The Spider-Man review. All right. Hello.
Yeah.
First.
Whoa! Wow. I make a joke. Wow, it's funny.
Jewish. Jews. So can we please upload like that?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny. Hey, first podcast.
Well,
First podcast
actually,
of
it's the 17th
well,
podcast.
first take on this podcast.
Chronologically, yes. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Gav and Nate Show.
Hello.
The only podcast where you get the first time reactions to everything.
The show where you.
The show where you,
All right, so Nate, what are we talking about today?
the X, Y, and Z.
God damn it. So Nate? What are we talking about?
Gavin, today we're talking about Sam Raimi's
Sammy Raimi?
trilogy for the ages.
It is.
Spider-Man,
Spooder Boy.
Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man.
Trace.
Wait for it.
Oh, sorry. I ruined the joke.
3.
Okay. I ruined the joke still, but yeah, 3. My favorite.
So, Gavin,
Gavin.
this is the part where I would ask you,
Normally.
what's the story?
But
Well, here's the problem with this. Everybody knows the story of Spider-Man.
wouldn't you say the
And
same?
if you don't,
Wouldn't you say the same thing about the Star Wars movies?
I just caught
Oh my god,
Did you
yo,
see
that was
that?
badass.
You fucking see that?
Guys, could you
Oh
see?
my God.
Did you guys see that?
Wait, are you gonna release it?
Oh. Okay, so Nate.
He's still alive!
Oh my god.
He's gone.
So
I
so
caught like a
Nate.
mosquito
For
or
everyone that saw that, Nate caught.
Nobody saw it.
I know. Nate caught like a fly or something, like a bug of some sort.
Yeah.
Maybe a radioactive spider. Who knows?
A radioactive mosquito
Mosquito Man.
from superhero movie.
All right.
Drake Bell.
All right.
Maybe we'll have to do that one day.
Oh, I wish.
I love that. I love those movies.
Can we review anything about Drake Bell though?
I don't know.
He's kind of like a predator.
This says James Franco in it. So.
True. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. All right. Well, you know what? Either way, you would normally tell you the story.
Yes.
But everyone knows these movies.
Yeah.
Who the fuck doesn't?
So
What millennial doesn't know these movies?
probably people born in the night, or people that were
Born in 2002.
well,
Because
people.
that's like the end of like the millennials.
I mean, like people that wouldn't know those movies, people that maybe died before this movie came out.
All right. Well, you didn't need to cut that yet.
So like the Greatest Generation, probably.
Never forget 9/11.
Oh no, that's actually something I want to talk about this movie.
Oh really? Oh my God! Yeah.
So there's some interesting 9/11 repercussions that made this movie.
Wait.
different.
Do you have this in the notes?
I don't. Actually, I'll go into it later.
Yeah. That's what I was
After
thinking.
We talk about stuff.
So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you the story.
Yeah.
You know it.
We'll just talk
Although
about
to be fair, Nate, we could have done that for the Star Wars movies.
That's true. That's fine.
Whatever. This is a new format.
We haven't done the sequel trilogy, or we haven't even done Jedi yet. So
Yeah, we did. We
haven't even released Empire yet. So
Are we ever gonna?
yeah,
Are we just gonna?
because the podcast, as of right
Yeah.
now, jumped from 14 to 16
Okay.
because I left the gap for Empire.
Okay, that's funny. Well, either way, yeah, you guys know it.
Everybody knows it.
Everyone knows.
And if you don't know it, just watch the movie.
fuck you.
Go watch the movie. You can
It's
watch
on
them-
Stars,
That's on Stars. There you go.
which I pay for.
Yeah, he bought an annual subscription to a thing he hadn't even heard of like a couple days prior.
I looked at the movies. I'm like, okay.
Wow, the movies that I probably won't watch because people buy subscriptions and then they don't actually watch the movies.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So you know it. So we're just gonna go through it.
Yeah.
The notes that Nate has, which 22 pages.
Between 3 movies.
Good fucking
It's not
God.
22 pages. I'll skim through a lot of them.
All right,
Because
fine.
a lot of them are like most of mine are reaction notes because I do them as I watch the movie.
Yeah.
So
Let's start it.
here's something I want to talk about: the music.
Oh, it's great.
I love Danny
It's-
Elfman's score. It's fantastic.
It's so iconic.
like
Spider-Man by just listening to the intro.
yeah,
The
and like
intro credits, like.
Danny Elfman, he did the Batman '89 score,
Which is great.
which is a classic as well.
Yeah.
Danny Elfman is one of those, like, he's on John Williams level, I think, like, where he's done so many, like, iconic stuff.
Yeah, but no one talks about him.
Yeah, nobody really talks about him.
Because
It's a
they're
shame.
like, John Williams for life.
Like, I love John Williams, but I also like Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
Michael Giacchino
Yeah.
is pretty great.
Yeah.
there's another one. He did the Mandalorian score. He did the Black Panther score. He's fantastic too. I forget his name.
I don't know.
You'd know his name. You've probably heard of him.
Maybe, I don't know.
There's a couple others that are like, Hans Zimmer is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like Inception score is amazing.
Yeah, of course.
Like there's a piece of music that I use for Angry Weatherman 3.
Oh,
If
yeah, people know that.
I don't think they do.
I know.
But I used it for a project.
Yeah.
Because I just watched the movie and I still love that piece of music because it's just
totally.
Yeah, it's great.
I get you. Yeah.
So there's Danny Elfman is on that level.
Yeah, of course.
And in this he's going for like, you feel like kind of vibes from the Batman, but he's kind of more low key. It's not as like superhero.
Yeah.
And I think that's on purpose because Spider-Man he's a hero.
Yeah.
He's one of the most popular superheroes.
Absolutely.
But if not the most popular, honestly.
He's up there. Batman and him are honestly probably up there.
Yeah, he's arguably the top.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I feel between Batman and Spider-Man. Yeah.
Other than the Avengers, I guess, technically.
I think the Avengers. Like, I think I saw somewhere that Spider-Man is, like, way above in, like, merchandise than, like, any other superhero. Except for, like, Batman.
That would make sense.
Maybe Superman. I don't think
that
Superman
would make
is
sense.
Yeah. But, like, Spider-Man's score, it sounds sort of like Batman, but it's lower.
Yeah,
it's got a lower kind
key.
of theme to it. Because he's lower level kind of superhero. He's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, that they call him that in one of the movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, he said the thing!
Yeah, dude.
And so, I like that about his main theme.
Yeah.
And they use it sparingly. They don't overuse it.
Yeah, they don't. I like it.
And just as a whole, like, other than his main theme, he does a great job.
Of course.
On all three of these movies. I think he's all three. If
not,
he sounded
I'm pretty
like
sure.
it.
I like your two notes you have here.
Oh. Yeah, so at the beginning, Peter, he's
a
running out
nerd.
the bus. He's
So
a nerd.
keep in mind, this fucker's a nerd.
Yeah. And so the bus driver, he's just driving away from him.
He misses Peter.
Put that bus driver's a dick.
Yeah, because
And
you
then
you can't hear this on the side of your bus.
Yeah.
Like,
And then he gets on the bus, and everybody's so mean to him.
because he's a nerd, Nate.
And
Everyone knows that if you have glasses, you're a fucking disgrace.
all right, but everybody throughout this first
Except for
movie,
Mary Jane. Except for Mary Jane, we must add.
There's a nerd on that bus, and even he hates Peter.
That's so funny.
Like, I don't get it. What did Peter do?
He's a nerd.
He's a fucking nerd, I guess. And I put actually everyone in this.
Yeah, that's why I like your notes. It's funny.
Toby Maguire, I put he looks perfect.
By the way, Toby Maguire, there's an E in between the B and Y in
Shut
Toby.
the fuck up. Don't call me out in my notes.
It's okay, I don't care. It's a easy, like, very.
I'm not gonna fix it.
I don't care. I just wanted to point it out for the podcast.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Okay.
Because your reaction was pretty funny. Fuck you.
So I love the original
He
Spider-Man
does look
comics.
great. Yeah, me too.
He looks
He is a nerd.
perfect.
Yeah, he does.
If you rounded the glasses just a little bit more, it would be perfect.
But he still looks perfect.
Arguably, his actual character isn't perfect, but just the look.
I actually think, spoiler alert, I think that Andrew Garfield pulls the best Peter Parker.
I don't know.
But
He's too cool.
no, I think Tom Holland's too cool.
No, Tom Holland's not cool.
Damn.
He's nerdy. He's building a Lego Death Star. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we will. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna review those movies too. There's only one scene of it, but I love the dialogue between Aunt May and Uncle Ben.
Oh, because they look like a real couple.
It's so real couple stuff. Like,
yeah.
Like he's like putting the light bulb, and he's.
It's organic. Like.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, don't fall. You'll be on your
No.
ass." And he's like, "I'm already on my ass, May."
Yeah. May's like.
He's like, computer technician, computer salesman, computer. It's like,
so,
even the computers need computers.
It's like an old couple.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Like that two old. It's an old couple that still love each other, which is rare.
And I think you really need that to like really.
It feels organic because it also builds up to when. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, everybody knows Uncle Ben dies.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like
he's the only person that ever fully dies in like
Uncle Ben
lore or stuff like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really helps to like make you feel for Aunt May in the later movies when things happen. And
it builds up with Aunt May. It builds the thing with Aunt May, and then the car scene, which we'll get to, with Ben and Parker.
I have problems with that scene.
Oh, we'll get
to it.
But yeah.
So, I also really care for Peter. Like, that was like...
you could tell, yeah. Because he's like, hey, paint a wall with me.
Well, like, Peter walks in and, like, Uncle Ben, he flips like, hey, the switch from talking to M.A. And he's like, hey, buddy, how's your day?
How's the field trip?
He's like, how's the field trip? How's your photography going? Like, he's showing genuine interest, trying to start conversation. And, like, I'm like, yeah, like, good on you. Like, he's making an effort. And I like that.
It is really nice.
And it really, like, it's small little details. It's not really pushing.
I think it's so great, though.
Like, it's not like them going on a trip and them bonding. It's just, like, it's normal feeling. Like, like,
it's like when you walk to your house when you were younger, of course, and your dad's like, hey, sport.
Wish I had that.
Me too. Me too. But
maybe that's why I like it. And maybe you like it. Because we never got that, really.
Yeah, like, so we're like, oh, that's so sweet.
Like, I had a dad growing up. You were hit or miss.
I was, yeah.
Literally. I didn't mean it like that.
No, that was perfect. But you got a hit or miss from your parents. No, that's funny.
But yeah, I had a father figure all the way through, but he's always been emotionally closed off, so he was never like that.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, anyways. So,
but yeah, everyone loves it.
Yeah, that's great. Willem Dafoe.
What a guy.
Holy fuck, is that guy giving it at all?
Is that guy fucking crazy or what?
The entire way through the movie.
Is that guy crazy or what?
I think he's actually crazy.
No, legitimately, I think he is as well.
Like, watching this, I watched this movie. I saw Shang-Chi in theaters last Thursday, and then I watched this Saturday, and I saw the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer in IMAX, right before Shang-Chi. And I saw my brother, who hasn't been excited, like genuinely excited for a Marvel movie. He sees them all with me, and like he has interest, but I've never seen him perk up when he heard Willem Dafoe and see the pumpkin bomb. He's like, "Is that who I?" and then Doc Ock pops on,
Peter.
And he's like, "Is that who I think it is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yup." And like.
That's awesome.
Watching that and then seeing this, now it's like, yeah, Willem Dafoe, I can't wait to see him again. Because he just gives it his all.
He gives it 110%.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
He's crazy.
He's probably the best thing about the first movie.
Maybe,
I love Spider-Man, but Willem Dafoe, it's just...
He gives everything.
The extra just mile he puts into it.
He's the perfect, like, comic book, like, you take, like, a character from a comic book... He is perfect. Like, perfect Goblin.
I can't say that because I've never read Green Goblin in the comics.
I used to read the Spider-Man comics, and he is so perfect.
See, I read a lot of the first ones, but I haven't gotten to the point where Gabi shows up.
Oh, he's so good. It is so good. Yeah. It's perfect. It's like you pulled him, and then he's in the movie, like that type of thing.
So jumping to the school scene, the Trey scene is great. It's done practically. All right, so we recorded sort of.
I'm having deja vu right now, man.
Yeah, so we recorded a little bit, and I explained that
we might upload it because it's a kind of a mess.
The tray is like it had adhesive or something on it to help it be done, but it was done like I think it was like 500 times.
Jesus Christ, the patience.
Takes or something.
The patience.
Yeah. Oh my god. I have a hot take for this movie. Actually, I don't think it's hot anymore. I think it's been around for a while.
Okay.
I don't like MJ's character.
Oh, okay. That's valid. Yeah, that's valid. I get it. She's kind of she's a typical damsel in distress.
No.
She's kind of a dick in the later movies. We'll get there.
I think she gets less dickish the more goes on.
Are you kidding?
Actually, no, I think she peaks in 2. I think...
She does peak in the dick.
She peaks in 2. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we will.
I just put MJ as a selfish and awful human being.
We will get there.
Spelled awful wrong because I was that pissed.
Oh, God. We'll get there, man. But yeah, she's not great. There's a lot of... Also, Gwen's... In Amazing Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy's better. But whatever, we'll get there.
Maybe. I haven't seen those movies in a while, so I can't say.
Neither have I, but if I remember correctly, I really liked it. But anyway.
I remember liking her, but I remember a while ago remembering MJ was like the classic love interest.
Yeah, because like it's Mary Jane.
She's awful.
She's really bad.
Awful, like she's acts fine. I've heard people give Kirsten Dunst way too much. Like
she acts fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah.
I think she's really bad in 3, but like 1 and 2.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. The car talk.
Oh my god! Yeah. What do you think of that?
Because you kind of think it's done poorly.
Really?
I think in the memory of the classic with great responsibility, or with great power comes great power. With great power comes great responsibility.
Classic.
I think that's a great message, right? Because like, if you can do these great things, you should do them to help people.
Yeah.
That's a good message.
Yes.
To help humanity.
I agree.
Kind of thing. But in the context that it's in, I think it's wrong.
I think it's short. I think it's too short.
It's very short, but here's the thing.
And brief.
Uncle Ben is telling Peter that because he beat up Flash Thompson. But Peter only did that because Flash attacked him.
Yeah, he did.
And he was just kind of defending himself. He sent one punch at Flash, while Flash sent multiple. There's a scene where he's just whipping at him.
He's absolutely trying to kill him, I think.
And Peter just goes, knocks him across the hallway, and he's done.
And gets fucked by lunch.
He doesn't overexert himself like he does in The Amazing Spider-Man.
And he's a freak for it, but whatever.
And Uncle Ben berates him for it.
Yeah.
And like, I like the message, but the context that it's in, I think, looking back on it, it's done poorly.
Well, it was like that in the comics, too. I'm pretty sure, if I remember.
I don't remember.
I think I remember.
But in this,
someone got hurt. I don't know if it was Flash, but someone got hurt, and Uncle Ben was all like, "What the fuck, dog? Defending yourself? Huh? You're a nerd. Don't do that. You can't physically." But yeah, it's too short, I think. I think it's a little too short for me.
Maybe.
I think if it went like a minute or two longer, I think it'd been better. With like a better shouting, like a shouting match at one point, even I think would have been better.
I don't think the shout. I like Uncle Ben as low and reserved and
true, very
wise,
and he does it for the good. Like he doesn't get aggressive. Yeah, I get it. Okay, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, so I like the scene, but I think it's done worse than it could be.
Yeah, I think it could have been better. I think it's a good scene though.
Yeah. So there's a guy in this movie.
Who is that?
Who I love him.
Yeah.
Bruce the Man Campbell.
Campbell soup.
Campbell, good soup.
He is good soup.
I love Bruce Campbell. He's so fun.
He is fun.
Like, I think my favorite cameo of him is in 3, where he's like, I am French.
That's so stupid.
I like you.
Yeah, he's so stupid. It's like, stupid, but it's really
and it's
good.
all serious. Like when he does it, I forget now what he is in the first one.
I did too. I only remember the first, second, and third.
I remember the second where he's
like the guy who like lets people in to a play.
Yeah, and the third one's this French guy. I forget the first one now.
Yeah, me too.
But he's great in all of them.
He's great in all of them. He's funny.
Oh no, in the first one, I remember now. He's the wrestling guy.
He's the the announcer?
Yeah.
Is that it? Because Macho Man's in this shit. Step into a Slim Jim, yeah.
I've got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Macho Man.
Spider-Man, he says a kind of weird thing. He's like, would your husband buy that for you? It's like, whoa, Spider-Man.
I don't think it's homophobic, but it's like a jab.
I think it is.
It could be a little bit, yeah.
Because the time it came out, I think it was meant to be making fun of gay people, but it's whatever. It's of the times. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's of the time. And it's not that bad, thank God. It's not like he's like, you faggot.
Yeah, that would have aged way worse.
He's like, you're a faggot. Like, Macho Man in this. He's also crazy. He's also fucking crazy.
He's insane.
Like, he's actually crazy. He gives an elbow drop when you first see him, dude. Like, he's crazy.
I love the guy.
He's also jacked.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking huge.
Like, he's huge in this.
I love where Peter's going up to, like, fight him. And he's walking down the, like, thing. And there's a guy who's just who's just quite macho.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, my legs! They gave you my legs! Oh! It's so
pretty
funny.
good. Macho's great in this.
Peter's like, oh.
I think this is...
Stings, doesn't it?
Yeah. All the one-liners are so good.
Yeah. So after that, we get the Uncle Ben.
Oh my god, Uncle Ben!
I thought this was gonna be worse because I think Amazing Spider-Man was maybe more heartbreaking, but like watching this again,
it's really heartbreaking.
It's awful.
Oh, I almost cried. I'm not even kidding you.
Like we don't get much time with him, but like
he cares.
It's so simple and
because
like
he cares. You can tell he cares.
He's just like Peter. Like nothing as much is said. He says Peter twice,
which is still sad. He wants to tell him something.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god. Like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
It teared me up. I'm not even kidding. Teared me up.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's great, honestly.
And then Peter goes ballistic. He
goes as crazy as Willem Dafoe.
I love it.
He goes Willem Dafoe crazy.
I love the little like stick music. Like,
oh yeah.
Like,
oh my god,
it's so intense. He's climbing up the wall. He's like throwing off stuff, and he is fucking going for him. He's looking for shit, dude. And when he kills in quote. Well, see, he never
the robber. He does. He trips over a pipe.
Yeah, I have here. I like that he never actually kills him, but he like.
But now he thinks he killed him.
Yeah, he has to do. He has to deal with the guilt and consequence from that experience.
Which he does.
Which I think it's a great way of having him go through that kind of trauma, but not having him, like not having Spider-Man kill.
Yeah.
Because like Spider-Man doesn't kill.
Yeah.
Like he's. I mean, maybe he does in technicalities. Like if you like,
I mean, in the
like,
movies,
in this
movie,
punch, this guy died.
Well,
but like,
in the movies, he technically kills, but also he doesn't. Most of the deaths by the villains are usually.
Yeah, like 3 with Eddie.
Yeah.
He threw that bomb into Venom, which isn't really a
Venom. Yeah.
And Eddie jumps in and kills himself.
Yeah, and then in the first one here, yeah, you're right. And then the first one here, he doesn't kill Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe technically kills himself. Right. But yeah.
And he never kills Alfred Molina either.
Yeah. So actually, that's consistent. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like he has experience of those, but he never actually kills anybody.
Yeah.
But he still has to live with the trauma, and I think that's good for keeping Spider-Man friendly and not a killer.
And neighborhoodly.
But also like deep shit.
Yeah. Friendly and neighborhoodly.
Yeah. The montage with the civilians.
Oh.
Where like there's one girl who's like, a guy with 8 legs sounds hot.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, she was all makeup up and shit. That was funny.
And there's another guy, he's like an Italian stereotype. He's like he's a freak and I don't like him.
He's the Italian J. Jonah.
Kinda. 56 minutes in, we get the best casted comic book character.
Oh my god.
J.K. Simmons as the J. Jonah Jameson.
Tell me how that's so perfect. He looks the part, he plays the part, he is the part.
Every time I go back to this, it's like one of those, it's like the Joker thing where people are like, oh yeah, people loved Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's not really Joker, but it's such a great performance.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, it's hyped up, and you're like, it can't be that good. Like,
but then you watch it.
And then you watch it.
And
it's like I've always loved J. Jonah Jameson and J.K. Simmons as him. And it's like, yeah, he's perfect. Like everyone, like you always say it in conversation.
Mannerisms.
And then you go back to it, and it actually is amazing.
His mannerisms, the way he talks,
the way he's so quick with jokes.
Yeah, it's
like there's one that really got me.
So fucking funny.
I never heard it before. It's really quick. He's walking Peter out, like he wants a staff job.
Mm-hmm.
Like straight off the bat.
And he's like, get out.
And he's walking him out. He's like, meat. Best I can do is meat.
Oh yeah,
Christmas meat.
Yeah, Christmas meat. That was.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'd never heard that one.
Do you think some of this is improvised?
Has to be.
Really?
It has to be.
I think so too.
Some of it is just it's too funny, and it feels like a different script.
It does.
Or like a different set of writers.
Like either he wrote it himself, or like he just does it so good. Like he is so good, and in all of them, he peaks in the second one too. But
yeah, well, because in the third one he has to be toned down because of his wife and stuff.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Which I like that. I like that there's some development with his character, and it's not one note. Green Goblin, we already talked about so far.
He's also great.
His look is weird.
Yeah, his little suit is weird, but I got used to it pretty quick.
Yeah, it should be bad because like
it looks bad.
It's like one facial expression. You could see through.
You can see his mouth and his eyes.
He looks like a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah, he looks like an alien.
It should be really bad, but I think it's the performance that does it.
Yeah,
I think Willem Dafoe, he really. Like maybe Green Goblin wants to look goofy. Maybe it gets your defense down or something. Or
maybe,
like,
yeah. Which I kind of think maybe.
Like it's like this guy, like this guy is gonna fucking throw a pumpkin bomb on me.
Yeah, a pumpkin bomb? We can make pumpkin pie next.
Yeah, you mean apple pie? Apple pie is better.
Yeah. Come on now, apple pie's better.
Oh, poor Harry. MJ uses poor Harry. The beginning of the MJ just selfish saga, I guess you could call it.
The many stages.
So after graduation, she uses poor Harry, dates him, just to get to Peter. And it's horrible because at the world something day, I don't know, world I know what you're talking World
about.
Peace
The parade.
Yeah, the parade scene. He goes in for a kiss. And she's like, nope.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, dude, that's fucked.
Oh my god.
Like, you guys have been dating presumably for months. You're gonna meet his dad, and he goes in for a kiss, and she just like moves away. It's like, dude, that's so like.
Maybe she wants to move slow.
Maybe, but like, it's so awkward.
It is.
Nothing
Well,
is
maybe
said
I think that was the point. Maybe.
Right, and so that's what makes me think like, I don't know.
I get it.
So it's just.
I don't think it's far. It's far from the worst thing she does, but it's still pretty bad.
It's pretty bad using somebody to get to somebody.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll get to them.
Oh, Jameson versus Green Goblin when he gets picked up, and he's like, "Who takes the pictures of Spider-Man?" And he's like, "I don't know. His pictures come in the mail." It's like that's pretty great.
Yeah,
I like that. It shows integrity by Jameson.
Yeah, it shows that he
not
cares.
rat out Peter.
Yeah, it shows he kind of cares, even though he acts like he doesn't.
Like maybe he doesn't care, but at least he has integrity. That's the way I take it.
Okay, fair enough.
He's. I have another note. Man, I really don't like MJ. She just plays with Peter's emotions throughout the entire movie, even more so when she's with Harry.
Yeah,
I fucking hate MJ.
Oh my god. Whoa. That came out of nowhere.
Like, okay, so she's dating Harry, right?
Yep.
And she's in a play. She's as a waitress or something. And she fucks with Peter because he's trying to maybe make a move and she's
But he's really bad.
But she's like, I'm with Harry now. And then she walks away and he's like, oh, maybe we can get dinner sometime. And she like looks at him really awkwardly.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh yeah, because doesn't Peter, he's like, we can get burgers. I won't tell Harry. Which comes into play later.
Yeah, don't.
Comes into play later.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, I think. He's like, don't. She's like, don't. He's like, don't. I won't tell Harry.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, so good.
But then after that, she gets fucking
which is weird.
Mugged.
Which is what? Time out. That's weird. Why wouldn't you tell Harry?
That is weird.
Like, Peter, that's kind of weird. I mean, MJ's like, sure, but like,
yeah, don't tell Harry.
It's not like she's like being like, yeah, don't tell Harry.
I think it was more about her job.
Maybe, yeah.
About her being a waitress.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what it was about.
Who knows? But
so the upside down kissing scene, which I have another thing in the next movie that pisses me off about MJ about this.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So you can't catch it like
like
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know the exact scene in the second movie you're talking about.
So like, all right.
Upside down kissing scene, by the way. Good.
Let me place it for you this way.
Oh, okay.
We know Peter is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
MJ doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So in her mind, she's dating Harry.
Yep.
But she's fucking with Peter.
Okay.
And then she kisses Spider-Man. What?
See,
fuck, dude?
Right, time out.
What is wrong with this girl?
All right, so time out. So the way, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, she gives him like a long little peck. But they make out.
Yeah, they make out, dude.
And I was going to be like, okay, if he gets a long little kiss, like, oh, thanks.
No, dude, they're smacking.
They are smacking.
They're smacking.
They are smacking indeed. And I was like, well...
Here's a fun fact. Toby Maguire legit could not breathe while that, because he's upside down. It's hard to get oxygen, I guess. Water's going into his nostrils, and he's kissing. He could not breathe.
Toby Maguire's a gem. Like, let's be honest.
He had to actually suffer for that scene.
But even though he was making... Yeah.
He was making out with Kirsten Dunst.
Which, hey, good for him.
Hey, good for him, man.
But yeah, I thought it was just a long little kiss. Like a thank you. Which I'm like, okay, maybe that's fine, because they're still dating. And I'm like, whatever. A long kiss, sure. It's a thank you.
Not even. Like, I get mad at Peter for the Spider-Man 3 kiss.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, MJ did the same thing on the other side.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like, it's... Like, she's fucking with 3 different guys. Like, she's horrible.
It's interesting.
She's a horrible person.
She's written interesting. And she acts interesting. That's for sure. Yeah. I will say that.
The burning building sequence. This is pretty great.
Oh,
this is pretty good.
Another kind of foreshadowing again.
Yeah, so Spider-Man, it's a burning building. I love this kind of stuff. I love superheroes just saving
people.
It's my fucking kink, dude.
Okay.
It's great.
Good for you. Good for you.
I don't mean in the literal sense, but like...
I am not going to kink shame you.
But I love it. Like, and so he's saving babies, dude. Like, that's great.
He saved a baby.
And he goes back in and he's just like, oh, there's another person up there. And it's just a screaming woman.
Yeah.
Turns out, she got me.
Dude, what a fucking guy, bro. What a fucking crazy fuck.
And this is after the dad talk, too. I love the dad talk.
Oh, yeah,
where
with Goblin.
He's hitting on the shoulder. He's like, we could do great things, you and I.
That's such a good scene, too. Willem Dafoe, fucking crazy. Crazy.
And then he throws the pumpkin bombs and the slicey guys. And
his gadgets are cool as fuck.
Oh, yeah, the pumpkin bombs are great.
Yeah, they're really cool.
There's one weird one at the World Fair Day or whatever it's called. The parade.
Yeah, the parade.
And it just turns the business guys into fucking skeletons. Which is so weird because, like, if you have that, and you're trying to kill Spider-Man, just do it on Spider-Man. Like,
come on, it's a movie. It's like...
it's one of my biggest gripes with the movie, honestly.
I mean, whatever.
It's whatever, yeah.
You know, it's funny.
Slow-mo's great in that scene.
Oh, what?
It's classic when he's like jumping through the slicing things.
Yeah, you're right.
And he gets hit, and it leads to the next scene.
Yep.
Where Willem Dafoe, he's going to Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my God.
And Peter's late.
Scene, bro.
Yeah, and this fucking... He's on the ceiling, and the gobble blood. It's so loud. He's like, "What? Somebody bleeding?"
It's so, and that's how he finds out.
And he's like, "Oh, Willem Dafoe walks in. This is one of my favorite lines." She's like, "Oh, you're late," and he's like, "Work was murder."
He's so fucking crazy. So good. Oh, speaking of slow motion. Did you notice like the weird fucking slow motion after they stop kissing, and MJ's looking and she's in slow motion happy, and then it cuts.
Oh yeah,
it was weird.
Oh, you know what?
That was weird. That was a weird edit. What?
All right, I'm a guy. I'm gonna see these things. All right.
Yeah, her nipples.
Her shirt is nearly see-through because of the water. It's kind of weird because the slow motion. I mean, it
was like for 2 seconds. It was a really weird edit. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was. I could see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the only weird edit.
There's plenty.
This movie is
wacky ass movie. I gotta say.
It's so weird.
That's why it's so good, in my opinion.
It's what makes it a classic. I think. Yeah. Is like how different it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fight scene between Harry and his dad.
Oh.
Where he's like, just do what you gotta do with her and then throw her to the wayside.
Oh my God!
Because, like, he's not wrong. Because, like, alright, I would never treat a woman like that.
Right.
But with the way MJ is treating him and how...
But Harry doesn't know it.
Harry doesn't know it. But, like... She gets mad immediately at Harry for not defending her to his father. It's like, what are you supposed to say to that?
Yeah.
Like, even if you wanted to, it's like, where do you even start to, like, get back at your father for, like, yelling, like, about that stuff about your girlfriend?
Yeah, I don't know.
Her immediately getting mad, I don't know. And then he retorts back, like, he wants to be as good as his father one day, and like, I don't know. Bad people in a bad situation.
Foreshadowing.
But Harry still didn't deserve MJ cheating on him with fucking Spider-Man.
Again, I think if she pecked him, I think it would have been fine. But not even. Like
Amy's pep talk. I don't remember it.
Amy's pep talk with Peter.
I say it was great. Oh, where he's really sad about Ben.
Yeah, because he's like crying, maybe.
Or hold on. It was like hold on.
He cries a lot in these movies. Yeah. It's kind of a meme. I don't know.
Oh no, this is the pep talk where she was scared by Goblin and she's in the hospital. And, And basically what she says is like, fucking tell her, man. Tell her how you feel.
Yeah, because like she's talking because Peter, because Mary Jane asked Peter, because Peter and Spider-Man are friends, right?
Yeah.
They're friends. Because he takes pictures of him.
Aunt May totally knows.
Yeah, Aunt May. Well, yeah, she's
you're not Superman, you know.
Yeah, but like he's like, well, he said, and he goes on this long, nice, cute little speech about how he feels about MJ, and MJ's like horny about it.
Yeah,
it's really cute. It's really cute. It's nice, and Aunt May wakes up and she's like, yeah, get that pussy, boy.
Yeah, get that pussy, deep in that pussy, boy.
Yeah, you got all that dick, and you ain't finna get me none. But yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
And when when Peter's in the hospital, and Aunt May's like, "Dog, get the fuck away from me!"
But MJ gets captured.
Yeah, MJ gets captured by the Green Boy.
I love Green Goblin's speech. He's like, "You never know when a madman is gonna present you with a sadistic choice. Let die the woman you love, or suffer the little children."
Oh, he's so good. Willem Dafoe's really good, dude.
And then he drops him, and there's a great shot of in both of his eyes. Is like one on one end, one on the other. It's a great shot. And Spider-Man, being the great hero he is, he's like, all right,
being the dude.
Quick choices. I'm gonna get MJ, and then I'm gonna swing down under the bridge, and I'm gonna catch the rope of the tram thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's like genius.
Genius. He's smart. I mean, he's a nerd, so it makes sense that he thought about that.
And then things transpire, and they get in the end fight.
Oh,
the end game.
Great.
And this is one of my favorite superhero end fights.
Oh, because it's such a good setting. Like all in like.
It's like in a mausoleum.
It's really old and decrepit.
Botanical garden.
It's old,
thing
decrepit.
Or something.
Everything can break because it's super old.
Yeah,
and it makes it great. Also, Goblin fucks up.
Oh my god! One of my favorite things about these three movies is how fucked Spider-Man always gets.
Yeah,
like his face gets.
Yeah, you can see it in his costume.
Like his mask only he has one side. His one eye socket is out. The other side is completely gone, and there's like one thread coming down, keeping like.
It's really good. It looks cool as fuck.
And he looks so battered and beaten. And I love it because it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Goblin's fucking him up. What's gonna happen?
Well, I'll tell you what happens. Willem Dafoe
gets stabbed in the balls.
Well, yeah, he does. He reveals himself when he's trying to manipulate Peter.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, it's me. It's Harry. It's Harry.
It's
Norman.
It's a great thing about the performance in that scene is because like part of me is like, oh my god, maybe like throughout the whole movie, maybe they develop this like Green Goblin is like one personality,
he gets
and
controlled.
The other is Norman.
But no, it's seen here.
But here he's
taken over by Goblin.
Yeah, like
it kind of to me what it means.
Yeah, I think he is fully taken over by Goblin at the point because he's like immediately
because he's
Godspeed Spider-Man.
Yeah, which is funny, super funny. Because then, what the fuck? Goblin's kind of an idiot.
Yeah,
because he's got spider sense. He's gonna, sense that something's gonna. He does a backflip. Ball sacks are gone.
Oh my god,
dude, they get stabbed. I
didn't realize he got stabbed.
I said out loud, "Oh my god!" when I first saw it. His balls gone. And himself, and he says, "Don't tell Harry." Oh,
it just lays over.
It's don't tell Harry.
Don't tell Harry.
It's such because Peter told Mary Jane that earlier. Fuck, I don't know why I love this so much.
It's very great.
It's very good.
Very good.
It's like the foreshadowing in these movies are really good for some reason.
And then they end in a cemetery.
Yep.
all 3 movies nearly ended the cemetery.
Wow, almost. Because remember, Spider-Man drops off Norman.
Oh yeah.
You forgot? You almost forgot. That's an important scene.
That is a very important scene.
Because he drops him off at Norman or mansion or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And Harry walks in on fucking Spider-Man placing him on the bed, and he's like, "You fucker!" And he just...
And 2021 pedophile James Franco. It's like, what have you done?
More like,
what have you done? And he picks up like
rapist,
he picks up the dagger, and it's the same dagger he stabs Peter with in the 3rd one.
Yeah,
it's kind of a cool detail.
It is
that, like they did it.
Such good foreshadow. It's great. That's a very important scene because from then on,
fucking hates Spider-Man.
Harry fucking hates Spider-Man, which in turn makes him hate his best friend.
Yeah.
Really fucking cool.
And then they're at the cemetery. And Willem Dafoe's dead. That's what they're there for. And MJ is like, dude, I just want to suck your dick. And Peter, he's like, no. Because, like, he can't do that to MJ because he loves her. And I don't know why, but he loves her.
He's always had a crush. Remember, because Aunt May says, since Mary Jane moved in when he was 6, he's like, is that an angel?
Yeah, I remember
Which is such a cheesy scene,
but
it's great.
Cheesy.
It's good.
But yeah, and he's like, out of love, he says no because he doesn't want her.
Because he doesn't want her hurt. Because he's noticed he's hurt people he loves or like cares about.
In this movie.
Yeah, well, she almost dies a lot.
Yeah, in every movie.
Yeah, in every movie.
She ends up in the same situation every movie.
Time. Damsel in distress, baby.
So, I get that. I respect that.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man before Peter Parker, and that's hard. And that's like one of the...
It's hard as fuck, dude.
As a thorough line in this entire
trilogy. Because, like, he's always loved this girl, and he's like, no, I can't. And it's great. And you know what? That ends a really good... A great movie.
Pretty solid movie.
It could get a seal of approval from me. Such a nostalgic. All these movies are nostalgic for me. And I give it a 9 out of 10.
I put a pretty solid movie, even almost 20 years on.
It's great.
I think this thing might stand the test of time for another 20 more.
Oh, totally.
Because it's, other than some like early 2000 references like Macy Gray.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. Some singer.
I think you're right.
She seemed alright. But I think it'll stand the test of time.
It really isn't
I think
dated.
It's one of those
it's not really dated.
It's not connected to the MCU. It's not connected to like a bigger universe. It's just these 3 movies.
I think doing their own little thing.
Yeah. I mean, it might connect to No Way Home, presumably because of the trailer.
Maybe, who knows?
But I think at least this one, even if not the trilogy, but just this one because of just... It kind of created the formula of the superhero, like, solo movie. Because, like, we had X-Men before.
Yeah.
And that movie's fine. But this one was, like, the origin story.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it for the next 20 years so far.
Mm-hmm.
And it still works.
It really works.
And this is the first one. And everybody loves it.
9 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
What the fuck? I'll meet you halfway. 8.5.
Might be a 9 out of 10 because...
It's a 9 out of 10.
God...
Sorry.
Damn it if I don't love that Nickelback song in the credits, man.
My fucking God. I didn't watch the credits.
I listened to
God damn it. Of course there's a Nickelback song.
So yeah, the Nickelback song. It's an 8 out of 10, but yeah.
You should make it a 9 for the Nickelback.
Yeah, I said also the Nickelback song is a great plus to write down for final thoughts down as you watch the credits. So
great.
That's Spider-Man 1.
Dose!
What comes after 1?
3? 2.
2, you dumb idiot.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to think about it real quick.
Spider-Man 2.
I'm not going to tell you the fucking synopsis. Fuck you.
Yeah. Opening credits.
Again.
I like the opening credits.
They always change color, don't they? It always changes color, if I'm right.
Well, I was thinking of like the art and like recapping the first movie.
Yes.
I think that's very cool. I think it's fun.
It's cool.
Because like, if you think at the time, people weren't on these movies as much. They probably only saw it once in theaters. And then 2 years later, this movie came out.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, recap, cool.
Yeah.
And like you listen to the score, and it's like,
it's great. Okay. And then Pizza Man, funny pizza guy.
Stop! Mr. Aziz.
He's so funny.
He's in it for like a little bit.
He's in for like 2 minutes, probably a minute, in just total. So funny.
Go!
Go! And then,
pizza time.
Pizza time.
Yeah,
and that's all I'm going to say. That's all we have to say about that note. Pizza time.
Spidey saving kids. Love
awesome.
It.
It's awesome.
Dump truck coming.
Yeah.
And kids are like, thanks, Mr. Spider-Man.
And the Spider-Man is like, you fucking idiots, look both ways.
And he's like, look both ways. And he does a weird, like, jump because waterwork.
Spider-Man.
Oh, and then J. Jonah Jameson. He's back. He's great.
Of course.
You're
fired.
You're fired.
Oh my god.
I can't do the laugh.
Could you pay me in advance? I can't do it. It's so funny. It's so good. The comedic timing, everything about that is so funny. Oh, and the first one, by the way. Can we talk about Betty? Your note reminded me of Betty.
She's not much in the first one.
She isn't much.
The second one.
In the second one?
Betty and Peter, they got some good chemistry.
They do.
Like,
I wish they did something.
Like, I think they wanted to do a 4, and we'll talk about that later. But I think in 4, maybe they would have explored that.
Maybe. I hope so. I like Betty. In the comics, they almost get... I think they do. They're together for a bit.
They are.
They are. That's right.
Yeah.
They are together for a bit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Peter and MJ don't get together for quite a while.
No, they don't. It's like a big thing. And I think Betty is the first one that he gets with.
I think so.
I think he is.
It's either Betty or Liz.
I think it's Betty.
Who is in Homecoming.
Right. I think it's Betty.
I think Liz is only in it for like 2 issues, I want to say.
Yeah.
She's not big.
Not very memorable. Betty, I remember because, like, I don't know, it's the first one. It's like a first love interest.
Yeah, I think Betty and Peter should have gotten together eventually.
Yeah, because you just despise weed.
Well, because like in the first one, Peter, he has like 2 interactions with her, and
it's not
he's
that
like,
big.
"Hi, I'm a photographer," and she's like,
good for you.
She's like,
good for you.
Nice. I fucking
no
know.
shit. Look at your fucking camera around your neck.
Camera, wow.
But this one, they kind of. It seems like, with time going by, they're getting closer.
Yeah, they got familiar.
And the third one, we'll get to the third one, but.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to the third one.
Peter being pulled in 20 different directions and trying to do his best is so Spider-Man.
Very.
I think that's a big draw of Spider-Man. Is like
he's a normal guy who wants to be normal.
He's a normal guy. He's got relationships. He's got his job. He's got Spider-Man stuff. He's got Spider-Man's public image. He's actually fighting villains.
He's getting so stressed.
Like he's got a million different ways he's being pulled, and
like a web.
Like he's
like a fucking web.
Maybe.
That's
I like that. That's pretty good.
You like that?
That's pretty good. And I don't know, it can get boring sometimes, but I was really into it this time. And I think that's why Spider-Man 2 is so great, because it really pulls off that kind of storytelling well.
I'm not gonna say it's the best one, but it's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. Really? You should know my favorite one is. But yeah, the second one, it's basically one of the biggest plots.
Yeah.
He has a million different things, but it's hard for him to process through them all.
Yeah.
All right. Barry.
He's so
mad at
fucking aggro towards Spider-Man. He will literally be on the cusp of death, get saved by Spider-Man. He's like, this doesn't change anything.
He touches him. And the rescue scene, which we'll get to, where, Doc Ock, big accident.
Yeah.
He literally touches Harry. And Terry's like, he doesn't like that he got touched by Spider-Man. Which sounds weird. And then Gianfranco getting touched, right?
Or like Doc Ock, he fucking, presumably, they think he dies. He's like, I have nothing left. I'm ruined. Except for Spider-Man.
Yeah, like, dude, wow. like what?
Chill.
It's like, dude, I get it. He killed your dad, but your dad didn't even realize. Your dad was neglectful.
Yeah.
He's like the typical dad that always goes to a job and always abandons his kid in the movies.
It seemed like that way, kind of.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's great that they really set up that he hates Spider-Man and like that whole thing for the third one. But I think maybe just like pull back it a little bit.
Nobody
because it gets comedic at times and not in a funny way.
I think that's the point. It's supposed to be corny as fuck.
I've nothing left except for Spider-Man.
The movies are corny, so I think it goes pretty well with it.
This is a really sad scene. So it's Peter's birthday. MJ bakes him a cake. Still trying to get him, even though he told her, like, we can't be together.
This is the first time they see each other in a while. They say it because I think Peter's like it's been a minute or some shit like that.
Yeah, and so like the party's gone, everybody's left, and MJ, she's asleep at like a little kitchen table, and she thinks he's Ben, like as she's waking up.
Oh my god, that scene, dude.
And then she's like, oh, everybody's gone, aren't they? And it's like, oh. It's so sad because like maybe she like double meaning like her friends and stuff because
she's old.
Yeah, like it's sad.
It is, but it's the actress that plays her is so good.
And then like her bills are behind.
She's hit it rock bottom.
Yeah, and
she gives money to Peter, $20,
and she like freaks out at him,
yells at him.
Like she's like, it's all I can give you. It's like it's
sad. It's really sad. Fucking sad.
Heartbreaking because like.
And then the fucking landlord.
It's
for Peter just
red.
Yeah, he's funny, but yeah. But yeah, it's sad fucking scene.
Because it's hard to watch people like that have like raised you be in hard times.
Oh, it's super hard.
Like I think we might have all had parents that were in hard times because of like things, but like you don't realize it when you're younger. But then when you're older and you see
you're
it,
just
it's
like wow,
and you can't do anything.
Yeah, you wish you could
because like you're either too young or whatever.
Yeah,
and, like just it sucks.
It does suck. It really does.
So yeah, that scene hurt.
Yeah.
MJ at it again with playing Peter emotions.
Mary Jane doing Mary Jane things.
Oh, this one is probably the worst.
I forgot. I forgot. What is it?
So he's taking out the trash.
Oh my God!
And she's out
That's
there.
all you had to say.
Oh
my God!
She's like, "Oh, you love me. Say you love me."
No, not yet. That's not yet.
And he's like, "Oh boy, yeah."
I don't think we're there yet.
No, this is that scene.
Really?
And she's like, "Kiss me." Like
just no.
Once. You're because she wants. No, I know what scene I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of the dining room scene. No, they're in the diner.
No.
I swear.
No.
No, because they're like, oh boy, yeah, and Peter wants to say something, but he doesn't say anything, and he says like, I'm glad you went to the, and then Mary Jane's like, and Mary Jane's like, I'm glad that you're at the party and shit. I went to your happy birthday.
This is that scene, but it's outside. It's not in the diner.
Oh, it's just, they do it a second time. I really can't remember that.
No, it's not.
Huh?
No.
They do it in the diner too.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, this is the earlier scene.
Okay.
And she's like, kiss me, fucking kiss me, like just once. And like, see how much you love me.
Now, presumably,
and like he's telling her, like,
is Harry and her together?
No, here's the kicker. She doesn't say that she's in a relationship, but then when Peter rejects her and is like, I can't, and she's starting to walk back, and she looks back to him and is I'm seeing someone, and then like 2 scenes later, just to get at Peter, she fucking agrees to marry this guy, and then 2 scenes...
My son, the astronaut!
And then a couple of scenes later, she kisses the poor guy, just like she kissed Spider-Man. And then at the end of the movie...
Nate is sitting up, by the way.
She leaves him at the altar.
Face the tiger. You hit the jackpot.
And like it's the end of the movie, and we're kind of getting putting the cart before the horse. But she pisses me off so much. It's like, how can you be so fucking manipulative?
Yeah.
Like, how is it humanly possible?
She's interesting.
She is the worst love interest in a movie I've ever seen.
She's the worst, yeah.
And Peter falls head over heels for this girl.
Context, again. They've been crushing since he was young, so.
Right. But, like, he's lost friends. She's almost fucking died because of him. That should keep him away from her alone because, like, yeah, you might, like, let's say hypothetically he didn't like her. But even if you put her life in danger, you should have enough humane respect for her to not put her life in danger.
Yeah.
And, like, I get the argument that, okay, at the end of 2, she's like, I don't care. I'll make my own decisions. If I get hurt, whatever. But that's still on Peter's conscience, so that's kind of selfish of her.
Maybe.
But it's like, oh, I hate this girl.
Yeah, she's interesting.
Doc Ock. Let's talk about Doc Ock.
Oh, he's good.
Let's talk about somebody good for a second.
Wow. He's great. He's
great.
Good. He plays it. I can't remember his name, but he's great.
I love his joke to break the ice.
What?
It's like, so, did anybody lose a ball of money on a rubber band?
Oh, because I found the rubber band.
I found the rubber band.
Yeah, that was awkward, but I thought it was funny.
It's like it's an icebreaker joke.
Yeah, it is. Like it's
you can't
beginning of a speech type of joke.
Yeah, like you can't just start off like, yeah, we're gonna create fusion. It's like no, you gotta break the ice. You know?
And him with Peter, they have good chemistry.
Hey,
obviously because they're both fucking nerds.
I like the wisdom that he gives him, because like
with love and all like, other stuff like that.
Like at first he doesn't recognize him, but he's like, "You're Connor's student."
Oh my god, you're Connor's student. He's telling me about you're lazy piece of shit, but you're smart.
No, he's like he says you're brilliant, but lazy.
And he's like,
and like it's a kicker for Peter because he's like, oh yeah, it's like I don't try to be.
And Doc Ock's like, fucking shut the fuck up.
What? No, he's very respectful. He's like,
yeah, I know.
He's like, just being smart isn't enough. Like you gotta do better for all of humanity, and that really goes towards Doc Ock's character as a whole, because like he's not doing this big science experiment, this fusion generator, which I've heard people nitpick this movie for like, oh, they just talk about fusion, like how people put quantum to sound smart, but like fusion is a real concept in energy like production that if made would be crazy beneficial to mankind, and like
so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like I learned about it briefly in like environmental science, and like
I can't remember that fucking class, but I know what you're talking about.
And our science teacher, I just remember, I don't understand how it works, but it's basically how the sun functions is like fusion reactions are happening all the time, and that's how it's like burns, like has that much energy to put out like that mass.
Okay.
I guess. I'm probably explaining this horribly.
I don't fucking know. Maybe there's a scientist in the comments.
Maybe. But at the goal, it creates a huge amount of energy with little like effort, hypothetically, compared to other ways of making energy. And if you know anything about like the world using energy, we use a lot of it.
Yeah, we do.
So if you could do it in these huge quantities with less effort, it'd be crazy good.
Yeah, beneficial.
And so putting that towards Doc Ock and what he wants to do in this movie, like the tentacles are evil, but him and his like goal isn't, and I think that's why he works great as a character.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like you have the fights where he's evil, but then like his end goal is like, I get it, like that's good.
It's like all the villains I think are really great. Oh, most of them are pretty good. Right?
Most of them. Most of them. We'll get to it.
Most of them are that's like our fucking catchphrase at this point.
Oh, you know.
We should make shirts. We'll get
to it.
Yeah, get to it.
Shirts, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
You know who's back?
I don't know. Willem Dafoe.
Bruce Campbell.
Oh shit, not yet.
He's a theater venue guy.
Yeah, he's a guy.
He's like, oh no, you can't go in there.
He's a dick.
Breaks the immersion.
But he's so funny.
Yeah, he's great.
He's funny in both.
Spidey took a big fall, man. Like he lost his webbing. That shit looked like it hurt.
Well, he's Spider. Yeah, that's funny. Well, he's Spider-Man, so he and it kind of. He's like, oh shit, and that fucking impact, bro.
It happens twice in the movie.
Yeah, but he doesn't get hurt. He's Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Right, but
it looks like it hurt. Yeah, my back.
I'm back.
That's the third one.
I'm back.
That's the third one.
My back.
That's
that's the second one.
No. I'm talking about the third time he falls in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rubber band joke. We talked.
Doc Ock arms.
Cool.
They're super cool. If you look at them, they're all different in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Like some are more like, I don't know what they're called.
Grabby.
Like some are like a straight like 3-prong.
Oh yeah.
Some
are 4.
Have like some are 4. Some have like they're more posable.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for. Posable.
Okay. Yeah.
They're all different. And I think that's so great. And they were all done practically with a little bit of CGI.
But they still looks cool.
They're puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. And
it still looks really cool.
Yeah.
CGI, of course, is when he's fucking climbing buildings.
Yeah. His wife's death.
Oh my god.
That's so
that
brutal.
glass, dude.
That's so fucking awful.
That is so bad.
Just her screaming, and you just see in her eye the glass, and it's like, oh my god.
It is crazy.
Fuck.
Crazy shit.
And then afterwards, that hospital scene, that's one of my favorite scenes in the
trilogy.
trilogy.
Oh yeah, when he fucking...
It's so scary.
It is.
Because it's
imagine being those workers.
I love the one where the guy picks up the chainsaw and he thinks he's gonna do something. He's like, yeah.
Wait, I love the fucking where he's like, ever been to shop class?
Yeah, that was good.
I'm like, dude, really? You're fucking working on possibly deadly ass arms.
Yeah, it's like, you guys don't know what the fuck those things are.
Yeah. Shop class, am I right?
I think one guy's like, oh, let's hurry up and get to lunch or something. It's like, take your time with this. Like, these, you don't know what these are.
No, fuck it. And then they get fucked.
Yeah, and I learned something from the behind the scenes of this. Like, you know the classic like scratching the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That effect, I love that effect. And I guess how it's done is it's a wax floor, and so you can just peel it as you go.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
One of my favorite scenes. One of my favorite lines in this movie. So he's holding Aunt May, and he's like, "Let her go, Gobby," and he's like, "Butterfingers," and he drops it.
You mean Ock?
Yeah, Doc Ock.
Not Gobby. Wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
The bank fight is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, cool.
Where he's throwing gold coins, and I guess there's some behind the scenes lore where it was like from a wreck, like a pirate ship wreck or something.
Oh, that's cool.
It's never said in the movie at all, in the slightest, but I guess it's like, I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Didn't know that.
Here again, Harry is so fucking aggro, man. Like, he just won't stop.
Oh my god, the third one, he's so funny. But look at him. He's hilarious.
Oh, can I go back to MJ for a second?
We certainly can.
Because I got a funny note.
We certainly can.
I have here, and I quote, MJ can eat a dick. Peter obviously has shit going on. He can't put MJ first, even if she wants him to. And then she agrees to get married just to get him.
My son, the
fucking
astronaut.
hate her, dude.
I think it's funny that the astronaut character, I only know him as my son, the astronaut. When Jay Jonas says that.
His name is John.
John
Jameson.
John Jameson. That makes sense. I just like to call him my son, the astronaut.
My son, the astronaut.
Because that's what Jay Jonas says when he talks about it. Because you're like, hey, can you take pictures of the wedding? Which is huge because he's an astronaut. My son.
Whoa, my son, the astronaut.
Yeah. Which is crazy too. That he was like, Peter, you take pictures of your ex and like your love interest and an astronaut.
I love the scene where they're at the ball or whatever, and he's with his wife, and it's so quick paced. He's like, take a picture of us with the governor, and take us. And she's like, look, and they're with their wives. She's like, love your hat. And then they go over to the next one. She's like, love your dress. And like, she's so quick, and it's like, yeah. If you want to be married to Jonah, you'd have to be quick like that.
Probably.
I never remembered that Peter fully confesses to his indictment to Uncle Ben's death to Aunt May. And her response is to just leave. What do you think of that? What do you think of that scene? I think that divides people. Like her response to that. Because I've seen people complain about it, and I didn't remember that he fully confesses. He's like, he doesn't say he's Spider-Man. He leaves out that part, but everything else, he's like, I was there, I tracked the guy down, and like, he died.
I thought that was the third one.
No, it's the second one.
Okay.
And I don't blame Aunt May for leaving. Like, what do you say?
You can't. She already, I think it's a fine thing. I think it probably hits harder that when she leaves, because she's already told Peter how she feels. Earlier in the movie, she's like, I miss him so much, during that the one scene where she's sleeping and dreaming and shit. Yeah. And what else do you say? He already knows how she feels, so she doesn't know what else to add to it, and she wants to kind of get past it, but it's hard for her. Yeah. Because it said that this is the 2-year gap.
Oh. That is 2 years. Because she's like 2 years today.
It's almost been 2 years, like a month to 2 years or some shit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. But it's like, damn, she's still so sad and dreaming. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't mind how it was done.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I don't know what I would say.
I don't think I'd say anything. I'd be just like,
because like,
I'd be lost.
Your nephew is responsible for your husband's death.
How do you say something?
Yeah,
because you love your nephew, but like, holy fuck.
It's like they were like soulmates.
Yeah, and he technically
they were married for almost 50 years.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, they say that in the first movie, right? think so. I don't know.
First or second.
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. But either way, yeah. They've been together a long time. Yeah?
Spider-Man loses his powers.
In the movie, yeah.
And I love that even without his Spidey powers, Peter still has this need to help people. Like the burning building.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
I love that.
Good scene when he's just like, he has no powers. By the way, he loses his powers and retires.
Yeah, and they do a direct, like,
that's from it's from a comic.
Cover. It's great.
Good comic book, too. Like Spider-Man No More. That's what it was called, I think. Pretty sure.
Maybe. That's what the newspaper said.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Sense. But yeah, it was cool.
And then Aunt May, eventually he goes back and she's moving, and her speech, I think it's great to Peter to like go back to being Spider-Man, because she's like, I think his name is Henry, the little kid. She's like, do you know what Henry wants to be?
Yeah, you're right. It was Henry.
When he's older, and he's like,
Spider-Man.
He's like, I don't know. She's like, wants to be Spider-Man, and like, I think that's great because it's like, yeah, kids like love heroes.
They look up to a hero.
Yeah, and
I think she knows.
Kids need that.
Do you think she knows?
100%.
Yeah.
Maybe in the first one, definitely in the second one.
I think she figures out when she's sleeping and hears like Mary Jane, like that whole speech with Peter telling Mary Jane. I think she suspects it, and then she figures it out. Probably.
I like that it's never explicitly said.
No. Because he wants to keep it a secret, but like also she kind of is like, okay.
It's his Aunt May.
Yeah.
It's probably the person he's kind of closest to.
That's the closest to. Yeah. Other than, Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cunt, Mary Jane Watson.
Cunt,
Mary Jane Cunson, Watson.
Cunt,
So, but yeah, I love the looking up to heroes speech.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good speech.
Yeah. This is another one about MJ. Dude, she even makes the other guys kiss her like other guys did. Poor John. That's so fucking awful.
Oh my God, when he's upside down. This is when you were talking about, because you were pissed. This is what you were talking about earlier, right?
Let me put you in that position. How would you feel if Emily came to you and is like, hey, kiss me like this other guy did? But how offended would you be?
Does she explicitly say, like how Spider-Man and I kissed?
But that makes it worse. If you don't even say it.
Like, I don't think she says it in this.
She doesn't. She just like, lean your head back.
It was weird. I remember it, because like, yeah, lean your head back. And then
And he's like, John gets turned on, obviously, because that's what happens when you make out, I think.
When you make out upside down. It's a little weird.
Maybe.
That's all I'll say.
It wasn't raining, so he could probably actually breathe.
Yeah, true.
And I just feel bad for the guy. MJ just uses guys to get to Peter or Spider-Man. It just...
Get with him in the beginning. Like, I don't know.
Well, Peter doesn't want to be with her.
Right. Yeah, that's true. He turned her down.
Well, he wants to, but he can't.
Right. Yeah.
He's back! I love that Jonah admits that he likes Spidey.
Yeah, because he gives his... Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I was too harsh on him.
Yeah, because like, he finds...
And then immediately...
The dumpster dude, like, finds Spider-Man's outfit, and Jonah is like...
Well, the first he's like, yes! We won!
Finally!
I'm glad he saw himself as the menace he was.
And the fucking dumpster guy's like, I think I deserve something. He's like, $100.
He's like $50.
And dinner or some shit. It's so funny.
And then Spider-Man takes it.
Yeah, it leaves a note. Oh, Jonah's so good when he takes like his...
He's like, he's a thief! He's a menace!
He's a criminal!
I want Spider-Man!
He's a criminal.
He's a criminal.
Oh, it's so funny. It's very funny.
Like, it just turns into 180, and it's... Only he could do it. Oh, and then the train scene.
Oh, the
train scene.
The train scene. The train scene.
The train scene. Oh my God.
It's so good.
Is that not one of the best, like, superhero scenes ever?
It is. I think it is.
It's got such a great pacing to it.
It is.
So it starts off with... Actually, before that, Doc Ock.
Doesn't she take... He takes...
Well, no, he takes...
Aunt May? Is this when he takes Aunt May? Or is that the bank scene?
Wait. I'm trying to think. Shit.
I can't remember. Either way, they have a battle.
Did they do... Yeah, okay, so they're in the battle, and...
Cool fight scene. On the trains. Very cool.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember how it starts. Fuck.
I don't know.
All right, so they're on the train.
Yeah, train.
They're on the train. And the action is great. He's getting his hand on the side, and he's got to, like, dodge other trains that are coming by. And then eventually, Doc Ock, he just fucking pulls the brakes, and he's like, fuck you, Spider.
Bomb. And Peter. Just iconic.
And he tries one wheel on each side at first, and it doesn't work. And this dickhead, he's standing behind him, he's like, got any other ideas? And it's like...
That's helping.
Yeah, well, he's like, yeah, I got a few.
It's very funny.
And then he gets multiple, and it's so iconic. He's just like, and you see his muscles are rippling.
Oh man, his face. Oh. Toby's great. Toby's too good.
He's great at ugly, just screaming faces.
Crying too.
Oh, he's an ugly fucking crying face.
He is. He's an ugly crier. Yeah, that's fine. Look, that's fine. It kind of works. He's a nerd.
Yeah.
I ugly cry.
And then it ends.
And then the way
him being knocked out, and then he's pulled in the train
by the people.
They're like, "Oh, he's just a kid." When really, it's fucking 32-year-old Toby Maguire.
Whatever. Toby Maguire looks like at least he's in his 20s. I don't know. Good looking guy.
Then he steals MJ. Doc Ock does.
Yeah.
Somehow I can't remember.
I can't fucking. MJ gets taken.
Yeah, MJ gets taken.
We just know that.
And they're at Otto's place.
A good fight. Great fight. So good. The scenery's so good.
Big bang.
Big bang bang. Fighting, doing Spider-Man things. Spider-Man gets fucked up again. I think his
Spider-Man
mask gets taken off at one point, right?
Yeah. I was like, it's bitter.
Oh my god, bitter?
Bitter?
It's great, I think.
But I'm glad Peter rejects MJ. It's Spider-Man, not Superman.
That's a good look. That's a good note. That's a good note, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, and we'll cut to Harry.
Again.
Willem Dafoe comes back.
He does. This is
back.
Yeah.
Well, he's not back, but he's back.
His voice is back.
He's like, Harry, avenge me!
Like, it's so good.
No!
He's fucking. That's a crazy scene.
Oh, it's great.
Such a crazy scene. Say what you want about
James. 3 movies.
Yeah, I know. Say what you want about James Frankie. Actually, yeah. Say what you want. Say what you want. He's not great, but he's still a good actor.
He's all right in these movies.
He's all right.
I remember him being worse. He's all right.
No, he's not bad. He's not as crazy as Willem Dafoe, but he's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in the third one.
Nobody's as crazy as Willem Dafoe.
Harry almost goes full. I mean, James Franco almost goes full Willem Dafoe in the third one, but we'll get there.
Almost.
He's close. He's like edging. What?
My next note. MJ, you need to piss off.
Oh my god. This fucking episode is just you hating MJ.
I fucking hate her, dude. I hate her.
Oh, dude.
I think the romance in the prequel trilogy is better because at least Padme's not a dickhead.
Kinda. She's kind of pretentious.
And a cheating cunt.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, no, you're right. She does kiss her brother, though.
No, I was reading my next note.
Oh, what do you got?
All right, so cutting the end after character actor Alfred Molina
dies, or presumably dies.
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck happens.
We don't know.
We don't know because of the No Way Home.
But, so MJ leaves the poor fucking my son the astronaut John Jonah
at
Jameson.
The altar. Oh,
do you think J. Jonah Jameson? The first one is John, and he named his son
probably
after
John
himself.
Jr. Actually,
maybe.
I actually think it's probably it.
That would make sense.
My son the astronaut.
And she says to Peter after fucking leaving another guy at the altar. She's like, "Hey,
face it, Tiger.
Go get him, Tiger.
You hit the jackpot," which is from the comics. That's why they say it. You know, iconic. Whatever.
And there's a face MJ makes right after Peter leaves, and I put that face MJ made at the end should have warned us about her attitude in the third film.
I don't remember the face you made.
It's kind of like
a disappointed one.
Yeah, like he actually left me.
Jesus.
This movie is fantastic.
Great.
It's everything great about the first one,
but better.
I don't know what the word that is.
Everything one with
first one with another great villain and better cinematography.
True.
Yeah, I think just visually this movie looks way better.
Oh, yeah, of
There's
course.
kind of a cheaper feel to the first one.
Yeah, because it's not that... Well, it's also from 2002.
Well, I know why, and I know why it looked different. It's because one of my favorite cinematographers worked on Spider-Man 2, and I didn't even know it. William Pope.
Okay.
He works on lots of great stuff, and he works with Sam Raimi a lot.
Okay.
And I didn't want you to see my rating.
Okay, fine.
And so that's why it looks better.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they got a new cinematographer.
Okay.
And I'm glad they did, because 2 looks great.
It does. For the time, too.
Oh, yeah. 2004? It's great.
Yeah, I agree.
So, a great film.
Great film.
Love this film.
9 out of 10.
Is that what you gave it?
For me, yeah.
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, let's go.
I also put this one really only falters for me in the MJ stuff.
Good God.
Otherwise, it's another classic.
Dude.
And I have a tagline here.
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Oh, it's good shit. Good shit.
Fucking hate that girl.
Well, you hate her there, you're probably going to hate her now. I mean, in the next film.
You're telling me, dude. Oh, boy.
What?
Gavin.
Oh, boy.
Gavin.
Jeez.
Gavin.
Yeah?
I can't count higher than 2.
Oh, sorry.
What comes after 2?
I think 3.
3?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's what the title is.
Yeah, so I'm
like,
assuming.
I would hope so.
Mm-hmm.
The credits again.
Awesome.
Recap credits. Pretty great.
Never.
And this one came out further apart than 1 and 2.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
3 years.
3 years instead of 2 years, which I guess would make sense when Aunt May said the 2-year thing.
Well, like, it makes sense. I'm going to take a drink of water.
All right, yeah. Water break. Good God, Jesus.
Water checkpoint.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, no, you shouldn't cut that out.
No?
No.
I think I should.
No.
Oh, yeah, it would make sense that this one took longer because of just, like, studio meddling and...
You left a pause
taking
in between
longer.
so you can cut it. You fucker.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Probably. Who knows? I heard this was a bitch to make.
Probably.
So, yeah. There's that.
I like how they did Hobgoblin's origin.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they breeze through it. Like, they don't spend too much time on it. They're just like, oh, yeah, here he's in the smoke. He's doing the thing.
Uh-huh. He's
like
doing...
bread.
Yeah, he's doing... Yeah. It's built up pretty good,
Yeah.
I think. They should have focused on just him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we will get there. We'll get to it.
Oh, we'll get to it. I have a pitch for you at the end.
Venom!
So, what do you think of Hobgoblin? I'm
sorry, I saw one of his notes.
I forgot those there.
Anyway,
oh yeah, one of my notes is
shout out to Eminem making a really bad song. Hobgoblin, cool. He's fine. He's not as crazy. He's more level-headed.
I actually kind of like the snowboarder kind of aesthetic.
Oh yeah, it looks cool. I think.
I think it works. I don't know.
However, he gets bonked.
Oh my god.
He gets bonked hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you forget how brutal that bonk is?
I thought it was more brutal than it was from memory, but it was still pretty bad.
It was really bad. He gets bonked, bonkety bonk, and then bonk for the last one.
That fight scene's pretty great.
It is really good.
It
looks really good. It looks really good for the 2007.
And they're all in a costume, like you can see faces and stuff. Yep. Like it should go into that Uncanny Valley cartoon character kind of thing, but it somehow works.
Yeah.
Then we get Sandman.
Oh,
we get Hobgoblin, Venom, and Sandman within like 2.5 minutes.
Good lord. Oh yeah, I forgot Venom's just a fucking. We don't even know. Just comes down from the earth. Oh, cool explanation.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Venom. Well, I heard Sammy Raimi.
He doesn't like Venom.
He didn't like Venom.
But the studio
was
Avi Arad, famed Spider-Man ruiner, was a producer on the movie, and he's like, you know what fans like?
They like Venom.
They like Venom. And so they put him in this movie. They forced Sam Raimi to have him in this movie.
And that's why he's kind of half-assed, that character.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Which, I kind of get that. Venom, he sounds cool in concept, but, like, I don't know. I can get why Sam Raimi doesn't like him. Because he's too
popular, maybe.
He was made in the 90s, and this movie was made in 2004, so he didn't even, I feel like...
No, 2007.
It was released in 2007. Yeah, you're right.
You're thinking of the second one.
So, I feel like maybe he didn't have enough to work with yet. I don't know.
He probably wanted to build up Venom more. Maybe he would have showed up in the fourth one. I think the third one they could have built up on him and how I don't know. He just kind of shows up and it's kind of lame.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sandman, however.
Sandman.
I think he's good in this movie.
I think he's okay. I think he could have done better.
I really like the backstory. I really like his arc.
I like that he's doing bad stuff for his kid that might have cancer.
I think he has cancer.
Something. They say a disease, but they don't ever say what it is.
Yeah, whatever. It's a disease that can kill. It's COVID.
And it's like,
I mean, NSYNC shit.
NSYNC. I mean, Backstreet Boys. I mean,
NSYNC.
The Backstreet Boys variant.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, so he does it, but with love.
Yeah, but I feel like it wasn't fleshed out enough for me to really care too much. I don't know.
Well, he has more things to get with.
I love the Sandman origin though.
Yeah. Oh, how he's made.
I think it's so comic booky that it works. It's like with it's like the Flash. Like he gets hit by lightning, so he's really fast.
Yeah.
Or fucking, I don't know, just like
Batman.
Just like
his parents die.
Like,
he's Batman.
Well, like a normal thing happens. Spider-Man, he gets bit by a spider, so now he's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I love that kind of stuff.
And Superman,
Sandman, he falls into a physics test
pit?
with sand, and they do a twirly
He's like, it's a bird, probably.
It's probably a bird. It'll fly away.
It's not a bird.
It's not a bird.
It's a human.
It's a man.
How do you...
It's a Sandman.
Yeah, he becomes a Sandman.
I think he looks perfect to his counterpart.
Ooh, the casting was really good.
Thomas Hayden Church, is that his name?
I think so, yeah.
It's something Hayden Church.
Yeah, I think you're right. Very good.
And his clothes are perfect.
Yeah.
Like he is Sandman.
That's why I also like him.
Yeah.
So remember when Harry got bonked?
Jesus Christ.
So apparently he had amnesia.
If I hate anything as much as MJ, it's amnesia storylines. I fucking despise this, man.
Dude.
Oh, I can't remember, so we gotta spend the next 20 minutes of the film doing shit because you can't remember.
Look, I get it. But he did get bonked hard.
The only reason that happened is because they had all these villains.
But yeah,
and
they wanted to stuff it in.
We talked about it last episode where they introduce a thing and then they fucking get rid of it. They introduce a thing and then they get rid of it.
For a little bit, yep.
And then at the last minute...
Oh, they're like, hang on.
They're like, hey, we all got to come together, all right?
Shit.
We got to actually finish this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets really bad. I think up to that point, this movie's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's got some good stuff, good concepts, but then it just all falls apart where Sandman and Venom... Like, it's not even, like, a clever scene. It's just... You see Venom swinging, like, through the city for, like, a split second. Then he goes into an alley, and you see Sandman. He's got his... in a
bonk.
He bonks him with a fucking hammer of his arm. And he's like, I got you now, Spider-Man. And Venom's like, we're bad, and I want to kill Spider-Man, and we're bad, and let's go kill Spider-Man. And he's like, okay.
Why don't we... Well, let's get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
Kind of already explained it, though.
So Sandman, his reforming is great.
Yeah.
I think it holds up pretty well.
It's a really good scene, I think.
It's pretty great because he forms and then he goes too big too quickly, and he doesn't understand himself, and he just falls apart.
It's so good, but then he sees
and then
his
the
daughter.
thing, the way that he gets strong enough is he sees that and he's like he wants to get to that point where he can see his daughter again because he can't do that because he's fucking pile of sand.
He's and he's also running from the law.
Yeah.
I love this character. I literally like the character, man.
They could have done so well with it.
But if they focused on him and Hobgoblin, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll give you my pitch later.
Yeah, okay.
We'll break it down later.
All right.
But don't you dare start making him feel bad for being Spider-Man. Oh yeah, MJ. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. If you couldn't get any worse,
I like that you read the note and you're like, oh, fuck this bitch.
Oh, God. She gives me PTSD, dude. She fucking... So she's like...
MJSD.
She gives him a bad... Like, she gets a bad review for her show.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this bitch sucks.
But, like...
And
but he's being a supportive boyfriend. Like, oh, you sounded great.
He's got a big head right now.
Yeah, because he's Spider-Man. He's all over. Everyone, they love me.
Yeah, and I think that's something people don't realize.
Oh my God, I forgot to talk about my back in the last movie. God damn, my back! That's it. All right.
There you go. But, like, I get her... There's a scene that's taken out of context when talking about this movie where she's like, this isn't about you. But... He's kind of in the wrong up until that point because he starts talking about himself.
He's cocky.
He's cocky and he's humble bragging to her.
Yeah.
And so like, I think that's earned in her part to be like, this isn't about you because it's like, yeah, he started talking about himself.
When Spider-Man gets criticism.
Yeah, it's like shut the fuck up, man. Like I'm hurting here.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's fine, but then like. Police chatter happens on the radio, and he needs to get to that because he's Spider-Man. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
And she supposedly supports him in this, but then she's like, go ahead, and he's like, go get him, Tiger, and she's like, it's like, fuck off.
Oh my God.
Like, I get being mad about Peter Parker stuff, but if you're getting mad at him for being Spider-Man, suck an actual cock, dude. Fucking, I hate it. I want
a compilation of just you shitting on MJ.
She's a cunt. Oh my God, is that 90s, that 70s show Spider-Man 3 Teen Heartthrob Topher Grace?
Good God, Jesus. It is. It's Brock.
And he's all right.
Eddie Brock.
He's okay as Eddie Brock.
Venom until he's Venom.
I expected to not like him because I've seen some of that 70s show since seeing this again.
Yeah.
And I like it. I think it's a fun show. I didn't finish it.
Whatever.
I don't even think I got to season 2, but from what I saw, I liked it.
Okay.
And
nice little sitcom.
Yeah. And I didn't think I would like Topher Grace again because I never did like him as Eddie. Okay. But he is kind of a good foil to Peter Parker.
He's funny occasionally.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get to it.
Jonah, great as always.
Of course.
Not
much to say.
I actually feel kind of bad for MJ in that.
Whoa, what?
Recast scene.
Wait, what? Holy shit, you feel bad for
Okay,
MJ?
so she walks into her play. And they're recasting her without telling her. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, you would think they would like email or text her or something.
Like something.
No, they don't.
And they're like, "Oh, you haven't heard?" And they even say like after he's like, "That was kind of awkward. We could have handled that better." It's like, yeah,
no shit,
give her a phone call, something. But like, she's coming to like practice, and she sees she's being recast. That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
that is like, that's awful.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I wanted to pinpoint where this movie got bad, and I put at least up to the sand truck scene. It's actually not bad.
Oh yeah, the sand truck scene's cool as fuck, I think.
Yeah. I'm not saying it got bad immediately after that. I'm just saying, for the record, I didn't think it was bad up until that point.
All right, yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
Oh, here, right after that, why did Peter kiss that girl?
Oh, who, Gwen Stacy?
Yeah, it was Gwen Stacy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why? Why would he do that?
Ego, probably.
Yeah, because like
that's the main thing. Just
he should have listened.
They love me.
He should have listened to the kid.
Yeah, true.
Because he's like, "Don't do it, Spider-Man, no!" It's like, should have listened to the kid.
The kid was funny. He was funny, but yeah, dude, like why? It was an ego thing, I guess.
It was. It had to have been.
You know,
because like he was really for it. He's like, crowd will love it,
dude. Yeah, I know that, and also before he goes down, he's like, as I keep saying, they love me, and then he puts on the mat. It's super funny.
He's got a huge ego.
Yeah, he does. Oh yeah, wait until he becomes fucking hardcore and emo.
But alongside that, I love the public loving Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because, like, after 3 movies on his 3rd movie, I think it's earned.
You would think,
like, the first one, you don't really know him. Second, like, the kids he saves and, like, all that, they're like, yeah, Spider-Man. And then this 3rd one, like, the public actually likes him. I think it's very earned.
Yeah.
Peter is kind of oblivious. Oh, I missed
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell.
Yeah, you missed him, dude.
Bruce Campbell. And
he's a French.
The best one out of the trilogy.
Oui, oui.
Oh, I'm French. And I didn't know a meme came from this scene.
What?
How did that get in there?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because he's like saying to himself, because he tells him to like bring out champagne and have the ring at like the bottom of her glass.
Oh yeah.
And he's like joking to himself. He's like, "How'd that get in there?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's the thing."
That is the meme. That's a funny TikTok meme going around right now. That's a pretty good meme.
That's gonna age well.
Yeah, probably. Especially when TikTok is not a thing anymore.
This movie is great.
It is.
For memes.
Oh, it's just good. I'm sorry.
But yeah, Bruce Campbell. I love where he's like, Gwen
He's
Stacy,
got a mustache. He's so hysterical.
I'm French, you can see. And he even keeps going because Gwen Stacy comes in and like he says bye to her and he raises his hand and he tells Bruce to like watch for.
Thinks it's him proposing.
And he's like, yeah. And then Peter shoos him off and he's like,
yeah, it's really good.
In the background. It's so great.
It's really good.
Oh, I
it's
love
really
that.
fucking good. I agree. He's great.
But Peter's kind of oblivious to his ego, and
I mean, yeah, he is. I agree.
And MJ in that Gwen Stacy scene where they're in the French restaurant.
Yeah, kind of valid.
Yeah, because she's like, you never mentioned her.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you probably should have. Like,
because like that's the chick.
Like if you're
upside down.
If your lab assistant or your lab partner is Bryce Dallas Howard, you should probably say something to your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny. And I think the fact is, she also kissed him upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe
MJ would have known that was Peter, because obviously
it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but Spider and Peter but Gwen doesn't know.
You know, Gwen's like just there, dude. Gwen doesn't know that she just macked Peter Parker. I
think people hate on. I fucking hate her in the other movies. Trust me, and a lot in this movie. But I think there's some parts where like she's valid. And,
MJ, yeah, I agree. Two wrongs don't make a right, man.
I have that somewhere in here.
Yeah, really?
Oh. Yeah, I got the Venom effect is very cool.
Oh yeah, where he
just
walks around.
The black suit.
Oh, the black suit looks cool.
Yeah.
Looks fucking wicked.
That suit is clean, and I love it.
It's really good. The one thing good about Venom.
Oh, there's another scene where they throw out a villain for 20 minutes. The head grinding where he fights Sandman.
Oh my god, Sandman, dude.
That's so fucking brutal. Oh my god.
He gets fucked. So the black suit makes him want to kill.
Well, Dr. Connors explained it. He says
it's a symbiote.
It heightens
everything. It's more aggressive.
It makes the host it heightens like their
aggression.
It heightens their
aggression,
personality. Yeah. To a greater extent, it makes them more of themselves. Yeah. It's kind of like in the first Captain America where he's like, the serum just makes you more of what you are. Yeah. And I think that's what they're going for in the Spider-Man suit. So like he's very egotistical right now, so he's gonna be an egotistical asshole. Oh yeah, he will. He's really aggressive towards his Uncle Ben's killer. And so he's gonna want to fucking kill Flint Marko.
Yeah, by the way, by the way, they reveal that he killed it.
Yeah. Uncle Ben. And up to this point, I forgot how they switched it in the end. Yeah. I know they switched it somehow, but
I think I remember for the most part.
I put Flint Marko just straight kills Ben. Yeah. But like we didn't see it.
But there's a reason. Yeah, which is kind of valid.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah. We'll get there.
I like the parallel of Peter carefully telling Aunt May, and 2 to him straight telling her, and 3 of Spider-Man taking out Ben's killer. I think that was pretty cool. I think because in 2 he's very gentle with the way he's telling her, and like I let the guy go and I didn't know he was going to lead to like Ben dying, but it was a consequence of what I did. Yeah. And this one he's like, yeah, they found the killer. He's fucking dead. Like it's.
I think that every scene I've noticed every time Toby Maguire and Aunt May's actress are together, greatness happens.
They're pretty great.
Pretty good chemistry.
Mr. Ditkovich.
That's the rent guy?
Yeah. I think his character has more layers than he has the right to.
Oh, probably.
Because he seems like this asshole.
He's a funny asshole in the second one. He's hilarious in the second one.
He's a rent.
Yeah, he goes to the bathroom because Peter's trying to go in there.
Yeah.
He just cuts him off.
But
and it opens it. Rent?
But in this one, he kind of gives Peter a pep talk where he's like, you should call MJ. He says, say to her, I am good man. You are a good woman.
Make good babies.
Let's get together or something. Like,
make good babies.
It was just it's just a simple pep talk.
Yeah, but it kind of works. Yeah. Also, the daughter, Mr. Dickovich.
She gives me weird vibes, man. Cause like,
oh, she likes Peter. I think it's pretty obvious.
I don't know. I used to think that, but hear me out. You would think that if she likes Peter, then she would be kind of jealous over him wanting to call MJ.
Right, but she's just being nice.
But she's very supportive of like, oh my God, MJ called. Yeah, what'd she say? And like,
maybe she does like him. It's like a friend thing.
But see, I think it's either she likes him, or have you ever experienced like voyeur relationships where it's the single person who latches on and watches real people? It doesn't have to be through like any media. It's like even in real person, like they become committed to like what's going on with this relationship, and they live vicariously through them.
I've had people like that.
I almost think that's what's going on, and I don't know what kind of message Raimi's trying to say through that, but that's the kind of vibes I get from that.
Maybe. Sounds valid.
MJ should not be flirting with Harry that soon after they had a fight. They didn't even break up at that point. They break up later. But at this point, she's like making omelets with him and dancing.
They have a little dancey dance, and then Harry.
They waste like.
And then Harry.
They waste like half an omelet.
And then Harry. Mwah.
Right. Yeah. It's like
post.
Such a horrible person.
Post cum reflection or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. But see, Harry's all for it.
Right.
Or no, he does have post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity, that's what it is.
Because
remember, he remembers, like, oh shit, no, and then Ron gets out, and then he remembers when he looks in the mirror. I think, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my fucking God.
And he's like, oh shit, I'm Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
I gotta go kill Peter.
Yeah. Basically. And he is such a dick.
And you know who comes back again? Willem Dafoe.
I think he's just a voice here. I think he was in the mirror.
Yeah, he was in the mirror. No, he was in the mirror in both of these.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Nice. And then he goes full fucking almost Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
He's so good, I think. He's so over the fucking top.
Yeah. And then, next scene, Peter and MJ specifically breaks up with Peter.
I think because Harry goes to MJ, he's like, I fucking remember, bitch. Now, on one condition, do this shit for me. And
I kind of spaced out in half of that scene. Did he make her do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He like chokes her out. He like chokes her out almost, and he's like, you want Peter to live, do this, and then ends, and then the breakup scene.
Okay. I spaced out for some reason in that specific scene.
That's fine. Trust me. So why did you not like it before I told you that?
No, I just spaced out.
Oh, okay.
No specific reason. I just remember spacing out, and I didn't feel like going back.
Okay, fair enough.
But then Peter in the breakup, in the worst move possible, pulls out the ring. Oh, buddy. Worst time.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Like,
and then,
you see what I was going to do?
Oh, my God. And then Harry and him talk.
Yeah, and he's like...
And Harry is such a dick. It's so good.
How's the pie? So
good. And then he looks back at Pete. How the fuck does Harry do this?
Yeah, he's like...
How does he do this? He's like, what? And then a bus barely comes there. And he goes away. How does he do it?
It's magic.
He's so crazy he has magic powers. How the fuck does he do that? So good. And then this, I think, is the start of what is the greatest thing probably in these movies.
What?
Emo Peter Parker.
No. There's a scene before that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Another brutal scene. So immediately after, Peter's pissed.
Obviously.
He's full on like, sort of Venom mode, just doesn't have the suit
almost
on.
Venom.
And he goes to Harry in his apartment, and they get into a fight.
They fight. This is when Emo Peter is. Emo Peter, he has his hair down this.
Yeah, he's had it for a tiny bit, but like during MJ and Harry, he didn't really have it.
Yeah.
But then he comes in with that, and they fight, and at the end, This always got me.
Oh my God.
Harry throws a exploding pumpkin bomb at him.
Dude, Peter webs that shit and throws it back at him.
Oh, and such, like, it's so cool, but also, like...
Jesus, he looks badass doing it.
You feel bad for Harry because you just hear the right next to his face, and, like, you don't see Harry for quite a while. And, like, you almost think he's dead the first time you saw him.
Kinda, but no, he comes back with, like, he's scarred.
He's like, it's been
his
10
eyes
years.
fucked. His eyes fucked. Yeah, jeez. Dude, it looked badass by emo Peter, but he's brutal, and it kind of shows the aggression that the Venom suit
it shows the extent, like, that
he will fucking try to kill his best friend.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It is crazy.
And then we go to...
What I want to point out...
Oh.
I didn't realize how many memes came from this fight scene alone. Like, the... Ooh, stings. I'm going to throw some dirt in your eye.
Yeah.
And Harry says something, and he's like, ooh. Like, there's so many scenes.
Look, this movie is a meme, and that's all I'm going to say.
Now we can get to your favorite scene, which...
Well, hang on. Not yet.
No, it's the next scene.
Not the
meme scene.
Not when because he goes to Daily
No, this is during the meme scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think the meme scene is actually pretty great. Because I have here, the meme scene is great. Dr. Connor says that it amplifies the characteristics of the person, like I said, that were already there. So when we see Peter being a big-headed, egotistic loser strutting around New York, then it really tells of who Peter has actually become. Because it's just heightening what was already there.
Are you sure that he didn't go and fuck up Eddie's picture before this?
That was during.
This was during? Okay, yeah. I'll take your word for it. But yeah.
And then after that, yeah, everybody knows the scene.
We don't know. I'm doing the dance. Hell yeah, dude.
Afterwards, he goes out with Gwen Stacy to where MJ works.
What a bitch. What a fucking asshole.
And I'm genuinely confused by this scene. Like, I don't even, like, know what they're going for.
Are we going to talk about how Peter fucks up Eddie's position at the Bugle?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Or the Bugle? Is it the Daily
Bugle? Yeah,
okay.
So Peter calls out Eddie for photoshopping
Spider-Man. A picture, which he shows. Peter shows clear evidence.
Is real.
He also fucks up Eddie before, by the way, because Eddie's being a little twat, and Peter's like, I'm emo. Just pins him against the wall, against a picture that he hung up, the picture of Spider-Man stealing money.
Put some dirt in your eye.
Yeah, and it's fucking awesome. And he's like, these are fake. And Jonah, get out. You're fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good.
Does anybody care what I want? I do.
Eddie's a kiss ass. Anyway, though, continue.
I mean, Peter was just calling out Eddie because he was... Peter was right.
Well, he's also a kiss... Well, also he was a kiss ass from the start, though. Because he was like... Eddie was agreeing on everything that he was doing. He went along with the fact that Spider-Man's a thief. He's stealing money. You know, all that shit.
But I feel like a kiss ass is fine as long as you're still morally in the right.
Maybe. But is he?
But
Photoshop?
Eddie... No, I'm saying he's wrong by that stance. Like, I feel like if he was just kissing up to Jonah and he was trying to be on his good side and he got pictures like Peter, then he wouldn't be bad. But when he photoshopped that, I think that's where it crossed the line and actually being a bad guy.
Okay, sure.
Because, like, Jonah wants real...
He wants real pictures.
Like, proof that Spider-Man is bad because that's what he truly believes is happening, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously. Even though he likes
I don't get how, but I think that's the charm of Jonah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's fucking why.
That's why he's funny.
Yeah.
That's why he's great.
But yeah, the jazz scene. So, maybe you can explain it to me. So, the jazz scene...
More emo Peter dancing. It's always good.
Yeah, so MJ is a waiter singer, and he takes Gwen there, and he says to MJ, this is for you. And, like, it's almost like he's trying to embarrass her, but then Gwen runs up to Peter and was like, this was all for her? And, like, I'm confused on the performance because it's almost like to be taken, this was for her, as in you put so much effort into something, you really care for her. Or, this is for her, as in, like, you put so much effort into it to get back to her, so, like, you're really that petty.
I think he's that petty. It's emo Peter. Come on, look at him. He's dancing.
That's what I lean more towards, but, like, then Peter, I think, almost tries to get back with MJ until he gets in that fight with the bouncer and then smacks her on accident.
That was crazy.
That whole scene leaves me confused, and maybe that's the point, because maybe Peter's that confused and he doesn't know what he wants because of the symbiote.
I think probably that. I think he knows what he wants, though. He wants MJ. I just think he used Gwen Stacy as like a thing to get at her somehow, at MJ, because he thought she was being a little bitch. Maybe, I don't know.
Because I never got the impression that he genuinely liked Gwen at all.
I don't think so. No.
Like, I think maybe it was a parallel for how MJ used Harry.
I think it was that, maybe.
That would make sense. I could see that.
All right, cool. I think we figured it out. Yeah. We debunked it.
Again, I put everything so far hasn't been bad, but I think after the church scene, it's about to get bad. I think that the church scene is right out of the comic book too.
I've come here for Eddie at the church.
He's like,
I want you for one reason.
I want you to kill Peter Parker.
I'm like, dude, that is so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, forgiveness for photoshopping. You know, it's just kind of sin, kind of lying. Yeah. No, kill Peter Parker.
Yeah, I feel like we jumped a couple of steps here.
What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck ever. From the start, they didn't really like each other, and he got rid of it, and Eddie said he wouldn't get any more jobs as a photographer if he did that, and I guess, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man takes off the symbiote.
Yep, with the bell.
And a pretty cool scene. I like that scene.
It looks cool.
Like
visually cool.
Yeah, because it's like screaming, and it's like...
Yeah.
It's like this weird, like, bacteria almost like thing he's like stretching off.
It looks cool.
I don't like the Venom design, but the suit, like how it's almost like a dangly arm that covers you, and it's like
it looks cool.
It's creepy and cool, and I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a cool design. And then it just drips on Eddie, and then he becomes Venom.
Yeah, Venom.
God, I'd forgotten. I knew it was bad.
Yeah.
But just the design.
He literally is Spider-Man with
teeth. And then having Topher Grace. I thought he was fine as Eddie.
Oh my god.
But when he's talking to the symbiote, it's so fucking awful. It's like, I want to kill Spider-Man.
You want to kill Spider-Man. Like, let's kiss.
Like, it's...
Interested?
Bad.
It's really bad.
And that's where it falls apart, is that at that Sandman and Venom meeting scene. Everything before that is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And third act battle really comes out of nowhere. Because it's like, oh yeah, we want to kill Spider-Man, and then
you want to kill Spider-Man.
Then Goblin comes back.
Interested?
And he's like, Peter, I'm gonna help you. Peter, I'm gonna help you, Peter.
We're gonna Peter.
And like the battles, it's whatever, man.
It's cool looking. Venom.
It's not even that cool looking because like
I think the Sandman looks cool.
For like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he gets blown up by 2 missiles from Harry.
Yeah.
Spider-Man doesn't even fight Sandman in that scene.
No, it was Harry.
He gets beat by Sandman, but then Harry, he blows him up with missiles. And it's like, fuck, man, why? Bernard, the butler.
Oh.
He's the ultimate villain of this trilogy.
Do you think so?
He is in the first movie, and if he fucking told Harry what happened to his father...
Oh my god!
It would have changed everything up to this point.
Yeah!
Harry would have never became Hobgoblin.
He wouldn't...
He probably would have been married to MJ.
Probably wouldn't have hated Spider-Man that much.
He probably would... Peter probably would have still had Venom. But he might have had a different outcome.
Yeah, maybe. He wouldn't have hated Spider-Man, I think, that much.
No, and like...
Oh boy. Yeah? Is that it? That's where you draw the line, isn't it?
Bernard.
Is he where you draw the line in this movie?
The ultimate villain, man.
From being good to being just...
And like he comes out of nowhere, and I'm glad that they addressed it, but I wish they...
In a better way?
Yeah, because he's like, your father's glider pierced his body.
Pierced his balls.
The wounds from your father on the night came from his glider. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong. And it's not coming out of nowhere, because this wasn't the first time I noticed it, that he was in all 3 movies. I noticed it on my last rewatch.
He's barely in the second one.
Yeah,
and he's barely in the first one, too, I think, right?
He's in the first one a decent bit, but I remember seeing him in the first one and the second one.
Yeah, he's barely in it.
Why doesn't he tell Harry? Like, he would have known. And then the third one, I'm like, oh my god, he told him. Wow.
Wow, it took you long.
Yeah, it took fucking, I guess now, sure, whatever.
Sure. Go for it, man.
In the final battle, I don't know why, but for some reason, I don't like that British reporter.
Oh, yeah?
She's just so annoying. She's like, the brutality of it, it's just so sad.
I think it was meant to be cheesy.
Maybe.
Because, like, the whole fucking series, you know the whole series.
Right, but
it's cheesy as fuck, so maybe she was trying to do that. Maybe cheese it up.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry. I liked it
I thought early.
Oh, okay.
The Harry and Peter team up is pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Super cool.
And I think that's earned, too.
Yeah. That was a decent arc. I wish it was just Harry.
Yeah.
But whatever. Whatever.
We're almost there. We're almost there to my
Whatever.
pitch.
You have a pitch, yeah.
I have a pitch. That Venom, I don't like Venom, obviously.
Venom.
That Venom. The... What?
The what?
What?
Maybe I can understand.
What?
Because I read...
Oh, that Venom kill.
Oh.
But the Venom kill is satisfying.
Oh, yeah, how he dies.
Where he's, like, putting the, like, things in the ground and he's, like, hitting them.
Yeah, it's cool.
I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was
clever.
Good. Yeah.
Because, like, again, Peter's smart, right? And yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, and I like how he pulls Eddie out.
Yeah.
So, of course, he would try and help somebody.
But he can't.
And, yeah, that's on Eddie.
That's on Eddie. Fuck Eddie.
Harry's death was well done.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty well done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, well, I like the
death
death scene.
How did he die? How did he die? Didn't Venom stab him or some shit?
He stabbed him.
With his own glider?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. How he died by, like his father.
And we got more wrap-up scenes in the end.
So many.
The Sandman scene, where
he connects.
I like this.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like this where he explains himself and he's not like, he says, oh, where is it? He says he's not asking for forgiveness.
No, but he's asking to hear him.
He just wants Peter to understand. That's what he says, and I think that's great because, like, yeah, it'd be hard to ask somebody that you affected that much to forgiveness. It's just like you're telling your side of the story, and what they want to feel is up to them. It's just you need to say your piece.
It's a good scene. Good. I really like that scene.
And then leaves.
he's like, I get it. He gets. I don't know if he forgives him, but he's like, I understand or some shit. And then he's out. Who presumably to see his daughter. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all I got until wrap up notes.
Right.
So, I'm gonna change my wording here. So I think it was fine. It was all right.
Okay.
Because, like, thinking back on it, it's a very average movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, it gets really bad.
Yeah, it gets weird at the end.
A lot of people see this movie as really bad from the get-go.
No.
And I think that's very dishonest and very just like...
It starts to show some weaknesses when, you know, Harry can't remember things, but like...
Well, I think the biggest place where it falls apart is that Venom and Sandman scene where they meet. And then the entire ending battle and just, like, everything falls apart. Not that the foundation was strong to begin with, but, like... It's like... There was so much in this movie that didn't need to be in it.
Venom. I'm sorry, Venom. He did not need to be in this.
So
if you just had Sandman and Harry, I think it would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Definitely Harry. I think Sandman could have been replaced. But from what we know, Sandman, I think, could have.
Sandman had a cool... I liked his character a lot.
And how he connects to Peter, I think, is interesting.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben.
And, yeah, if you had those two interesting characters rather than this fucking blonde guy that just comes in and he's like, kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, because Peter Parker. That also eliminates Gwen Stacy that he's maybe dating. But, like, he says that it's his girlfriend, but we never see them together.
Yeah, well, it's...
They have one interaction.
Yeah.
And she's
and
like...
it's not even that great, really.
Yeah, she's like... Oh, gosh, it was like a fling. It was like a one-night stand or something.
I don't know.
And he says to her dad, I'm dating your daughter. And he's only in the... Well, no, he's in 2 scenes.
Yeah,
the chief of police. Or Gwen Stacy's dad.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give this movie...
I see it.
A 5 out of 10.
Oh my god, that's worse than what you have.
Stings, doesn't it?
Yeah, you asshole. Definitely an 8.
8?
I'm sorry.
Really?
I fucking love how crazy this movie is. You know, I have this movie. It's so special to me for emo Peter Parker alone because it just touched me in weird places.
It what?
Yeah, James Franco.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Oh,
Jesus.
So, alright, so ranking these 3 movies, what would you rank them?
It. You know, I love this movie, but it's got to be the last one. Third, it's going to be 3.
From
worst to best?
Yeah, do worst to best.
Okay, 3. I love the movie, but it is worse than the other 2. 1 and 2.
So 3 worst. Or best 2. First one, second best.
Yeah.
Third worst. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's how I would rank them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think 1 and 2 switch for me, depending on my mood.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, Green Goblin's so good.
He is really good.
I think Green Goblin might be the more fun villain than Doc Ock.
Doc Ock's very serious.
But Doc Ock,
he's got a lot of character.
Has this sense of like...
Of human?
Yeah, he's a lot more human. I like his message when he's actually like sane before the tentacles.
Yeah.
But then also the tentacles were really cool and the train scene.
How does he find out that his wife died? Isn't there a scene where he does? And it's like really heartbreaking.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think the like
Rosie.
Yeah, he's like.
I like this boy, Rosie.
Yeah, yeah. It's really sad. Yeah. Like, yeah, but we never touched on it, but it's really sad.
I can't remember this.
I think his tentacle boys tell him something or something. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I like the one detail on 2 where it's right after he gets in the hospital and he does a quick turnaround, but you only see like part of his eye go around. Mm-hmm. But you see the tentacle goes all around. Yeah. Because the tentacles have a feed. Yeah. A video feed. Well, so he's actually looking at the tentacle and not actually behind with his eye.
Yeah.
So it's just like, fun little
it's
detail.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, so each your pitch.
Oh, alternate Spider-Man 3 and 4 pitch from
Nate Saxon.
Yeah. From world famous Spider-Man lore conservatives. Not really. I've probably read like 20 comics.
Yeah.
But I like him.
I feel like I'm more of a fan. But you know. What? You're the one that had the pitch, so maybe you're the better fan.
I don't know. I don't think we need to.
Yeah, we don't need to discuss it.
All right. First off, take out Venom.
Please.
From this movie and leave the black suit.
Okay.
Leave the black suit.
Like so in 4.
Yes. Okay. So hear me out. Have Eddie as a cameo, but have Peter get rid of the suit towards the end. Then Eddie gets it in a post-credit scene leading to 4.
Ooh, okay.
Continuing on.
Jesus, that page turn. Oh my god, yeah, you do.
Flesh out Sandman more. Don't do the amnesia storyline for Harry. Have the same ending with Peter and Flint, because I think that was pretty well done.
Yeah.
It's just, I think with more time with Sandman, it would hit a lot more. Mm-hmm. And you just find it a lot more emotional and more earned.
Yeah, okay.
Have Venom as the main villain of 4. Have him ruin Spider-Man's public perception of something.
Because that's what they did in the comics.
Yeah, like, I think...
Because Venom, even though he was black, well, he has the black suit. People know he has the black suit. So Venom kind of looked like Spider-Man. So, yeah, you would think to do more evil shit with him.
Yes. And maybe a 5 or 6 pitch.
Whoa, Jesus.
Yes.
They wouldn't, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think Sam, he wanted to end it at 4.
I don't know. I feel like I think he would have made these movies for as long as he would have had free reign.
Yeah, maybe.
And they made money.
Maybe. They made money each time.
Yeah, so
that's weird.
Maybe even set up towards a Sinister 6 and 5 or 6. Maybe do Venom plus Scorpion in 4 because Jonah thinks there needs to be a real superhero in New York City, and so he helps fund it. I'm pretty sure that's what happens in the comics. That's what happens in the PS4 game. And I think that would be great because if Venom, he ruins his public perception, then that leads Jonah to maybe give the funding to Scorpion and like get that thing going. So then you got Scorpion.
Okay.
And then that gives you a potential for crazy 5th or 6th film with the Sinister 6.
Jesus. Spider-Man 6, Sinister 6.
But that's never going to happen.
Probably not. Nope. Actually, no, it won't. We know it. It won't happen. Sam Raimi.
I don't know. Sam Raimi's making Marvel movies again. He's making Doctor Strange.
I mean, good for him, but like, probably not gonna make another one.
And like,
I think Toby Maguire's probably past that Spider-Man phase.
Yeah,
he's 46, man.
I've heard people say just like make 4, just do it. Sony,
right?
Like,
obviously,
grow the balls and do it. But like,
truly, it would make a lot of money.
But how would you pick up after so long in universe?
Oh, you could pick up easy.
You could, but like, it's 20 years on. Actually, like 15 years on.
Oh, you could pick up. I think you could pick up pretty easy.
Maybe. See, that's all I got for all 3 movies.
That's all I got too.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I can tell. You got tired. You got tired midway through 3. Yeah.
I mean, all in all, it's a solid trilogy.
Oh, it's great.
Like 3 is definitely the weakest, but
it's better than the prequels.
Yeah. They're solid. They all have the same feel, and
they all have their own quirks.
For most of it, there's a clear direction of where they wanted to go.
For most of it,
line, especially with the Harry stuff. I think that was planned from the
get-go. Oh yeah, I agree.
And they paid it off.
Kinda.
And pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
And
Sam Raimi had a clear direction, you could tell.
Yeah. And that's the end of that. Talk about the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good. A long one too, probably.
What are we gonna do next time?
I don't know.
We have a couple options.
What are the options?
We've talked about either doing Godzilla versus Monkey.
Maybe.
Or the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
I think I want to do that.
You want to do that?
I think I want to do that.
Alright, so we'll do the Mark Webb.
Yeah. Funny.
That's actually his name.
That's pretty funny. Probably just for a pun.
The Andrew Garfield... The Amazing Spider-Man. 1 and 2.
Not Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man. I remember when the MCU Spider-Man movies were coming out and they didn't have titles yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, so we went Spider-Man. Then we went The Amazing Spider-Man. What if we do Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah, I wish. But no. It's just Spider-Man.
Well, it's Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. And
home shit.
Yeah, home. Be home for
cool.
For
I think it'd be better if you did I don't know, Spectacular would have been cool.
I think it makes them different and not samey to oh no, we're on Spectacular.
Yeah.
What's the next one gonna be?
Huge.
The Superior with Doc Ock coming back. Oh,
Superior would be good if they made a Superior Spider-Man.
I've heard that's a really good comic series where Doc Ock takes over his brain or something.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So The Amazing Spider-Man.
Wow.
2 weeks from now, after this episode.
Wowza.
That's how our episodes come out. Every other Wednesday, a new podcast comes out. Every Saturday.
Oh.
After this week, there will be a episode of season 2 of Gavin Reviews Food Stuff. So that's going to be exciting.
We're back.
We're
back to eating.
We're Looney Tunes back in action.
Yeah, I wish we could review that.
One day, maybe.
Please. I'd cry.
Maybe one day. I love Brendan Fraser.
Who doesn't?
Brendan Fraser, maybe?
Yeah, he looks like he hates himself.
Yeah, he looks like a sad guy.
Okay, can we talk?
I heard he has a kid that has really serious autism or something, and I guess he moved away from big cities and stuff to help him out and keep him kind of out.
That's nice.
If that's true, that's pretty cool.
Really
cool. He sounds like a cool guy.
That's really cool.
Can we review the Mummy movies?
Oh my god, I don't know.
I'll do Back in Action if you do the Mummy.
Can we at least do the first one? Because the other ones aren't that great.
Yeah, Returns is okay.
It has to have The Rock.
And the third one is...
The third one?
Briefly. It's his debut movie.
The Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Wait, can we do the Mummy and then the Scorpion King?
Yes. I'm down for that.
Just those two.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. And then we can do The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Oh, fuck. I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, you did.
It's such a nothing movie.
Yeah. It was supposed to start a new...
It was, and it ended on such a just weird note.
It was just a weird movie. But we can't talk about that. We can't talk about
Maybe one day. But next time, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, directed by Mark Webb, starring Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you guys. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google stuff,
Spotify,
maybe YouTube,
of course, Spoofy,
Spotify, Pandora.
Yeah.
All the places that you can find podcasts.
We're everywhere. We're nowhere and everywhere at the same time.
Anything could be anything. They can be anywhere. We'll talk to you guys later.
We're going to drive because I think Nate's going to pass out.
I'll be fine.
Peace out, Boy Scouts.